there, folks, and welcome back to another podcast. The Paintcast, actually. But, yes, welcome back once again, everybody. I'm joined once again by our co-host, Stu's Game Reviews. And tonight, we're going to be talking about multiple things, but as you can tell from the thumbnail, we're going to be mainly talking about the recent war that Donald Trump has started. Another one! And he's talking about even starting another one after that. So it's going to be interesting. But joining me again, yes, is Stu's Game Reviews, and we're going to be talking about a lot of things. Welcome, sir.
How's it going?
It's going. How's it going with you?
It's going pretty good. Just, always busy. I'm sure you know the feeling.
Yes, I do.
So,
Go ahead.
We could probably have a lot of stuff to talk about, but what's the other war that you're mentioning? Because I don't I guess follow the news as closely as you do. What's the second war?
He's talking about attacking Mexico. I don't know why. Something to do with drug trades or something. They're bringing drugs into the U.S. or something. I don't know. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. He's going about everything. There is, if you look it up, he's trying to get Congress to allow him to run a third term. That is actually a thing.
I looked that up the other day and I couldn't find anything about that. I didn't send it to you. I couldn't find it.
I'll find it for you because there was multiple articles on it that I read. I'm not sure if it's going to go through, but I mean he definitely is talking about it.
So I'm looking about this Mexico thing right now. It looks like he's threatened to go, according to what I'm reading here, threatened to go in to land, to attack the drug cartels, but I don't know what that means. This is old, I guess. I guess it's already from January, supposedly.
Oh no, there's something more. He was blabbering about it on his Truth Social. His usual pissing ground.
I think people that are against Trump read Truth Social more than people that support Trump. It's I don't know. First of all, I never wanted Truth Social one time.
Well, that's because the people who support Trump don't know how to spell Truth Social, so don't know how to go to it.
Yeah, that could be, but I'm just saying, it's just ironic because it's I don't know. Oh man. No, seriously, it's always the same thing. It's I decided blah 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 blah. And it's thank you for your attention to this matter.
He does. Well, first of all, he doesn't. He's the weirdest president I've ever seen. I gotta say, I don't know. There's a lot of things he does. Did you read that one where he's talking about how Iran are a bunch of losers? He says in the post, and I'm like, is this a 6-year-old? I don't know. Who says that?
Well, the leadership. Not only are they a bunch of losers, they're much worse than that. They're evil murderers. But obviously, the populace not a bunch of losers. Maybe they are losers.
But that's what he was referring to. He wasn't referring to the leaders. He was referring to the pop. He was referring to Iran as a whole. He's they're just a bunch.
What's the reason? Because they're not rising up and taking over, or any idea why, or there was no reason?
Let me see if I can find the article. But before that, I got a joke for you, a raunchy joke. All right. We're gonna. I'm gonna test YouTube tonight. No, I don't know. A male patient is lying in bed in the hospital wearing an oxygen mask over his mouth and nose.
I think I heard this recently, but I don't remember the joke. But I know I heard it. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to, but you keep on interrupting me.
He asks the nurse for something, and she thinks she's saying something else, but she can't understand him because of the oxygen. And she gives him some sexual favor or something like that, and then she takes off the oxygen mask and says,
well, there's other people who are probably wanting to hear the joke, but go ahead and explain the whole premise.
You tell me, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Where the fuck was I now?
There's a male patient in a
Yeah,
hospital.
okay. A young student nurse appears and gives him a partial sponge bath. Nurse, he mumbles from behind the mask, are my testicles black? Embarrassed, the young nurse replies, I don't know, sir. I'm only here to wash your upper body and feet. He struggles to ask again, Nurse, please, check for me. Are my testicles black? Concerned that he might elevate his blood pressure and heart rate from worrying about his testicles, she overcomes her embarrassment and pulls back the covers. She raises the gown, holds his manhood in one hand and his testicles in the other. She looks very closely and says, There's nothing wrong with them, sir. They look fine. The man slowly pulls off his oxygen mask, smiles at her, and says very slowly, Yeah, thank you very much. That was wonderful. Now listen very, very closely. Are my test results back?
Yeah, I heard that before.
Yeah.
I will since I usually do this, I would just point out there's two things about that joke that are crazy. Aside from the whole joke, one is that she doesn't have to touch them to see if they're black, just unless she's like really, really blind or something. I
Idiotic.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number two, like if that happened to me, I would be like, "Oh, that was wonderful!" Like, come on, man! Like, what's all this guy must have never been touched by his entire life. That's what it sounds like. So. You're like, what the hell? I'd
Secretly,
probably be
it was
embarrassed.
Donald Trump.
I don't know about that.
Let me tell you something. That was fantastic, but I was asking, are my test results back? All right. Anyway, oh God.
By the way, did you hear about the stuff that happened with the tariffs in the last couple of weeks with the Supreme Court and all that?
Oh, where they revoked certain
So the
tariffs.
Supreme Court said this is my recollection of it, so don't take this as gospel, but the Supreme Court said that the tariffs were unconstitutional. That part is
Yeah,
factual.
yeah.
Um,
But
and
but then
it
but
was
the
like a
thing.
6-3 majority, I think, or 5-4. But a bunch of the conservative justices voted that they were unconstitutional as well. And so, first of all, he went on media or something, and he basically said that the justices are he called them some names or something. I don't know what it was off the top of my head, but basically insulted them. And then he said, okay, well that's fine because I'm going to apply these tariffs now with some other law that I'm going to use instead. And he said the tariffs are still on. And then he said there's, I think before even this happened, he said there's going to be like a 10% global tariff on every country. And then he changed it
He
to we were
changed
going to
it,
do a 15% global tariff. And then I
and
think it
then
went to back to 10%.
now it's
And
at
then
25. He's putting
now
it
it's
at
at
25.
25.
Yeah,
What the hell is going on here? Like this is like a clown show. And
yeah,
then meanwhile, FedEx is suing the government to get back all the money that's been collected already since it was declared unconstitutional.
yeah.
And
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 he's telling all businesses that he's not paying them. Is
I
the
had to
newest thing.
pay. I paid a couple of bills recently for stuff that I imported, and like one of them, like games, I mean, one of
Hmm.
the things I paid was to UPS. The bill it said the tariff rate is $0 for whatever reason. It was exempt. I think it was from Canada. And then the UPS like processing charge was like $10. So I had to pay $10 anyway, even though there was no tariff. And I was like, I should fight this, but like I don't have time to fight it for $10, and then like I'll probably lose anyway.
Yeah,
So meanwhile, like FedEx is suing the government, probably UPS is going to sue the government. But I'm wondering, first of all, that's going to be dragged through the court for years. And then if they win, do you think they're going to send the money back to me? Like I'm not really counting on it. I thought this would be like, oh well, we got the money now. Like, are they going to send me my money back? Like I don't think so. I mean, I hope
yeah,
I'm wrong, but I don't expect it. Like so.
yeah.
By the way, I feel like people who listen to us talking on these podcasts about these issues, they probably like some people probably think we're like really left wing, like super ultra liberals, and we hate Trump and we hate all right wingers or something. Like
No,
I don't, I
yeah,
don't, I
no,
don't. That's not the case. Like
no,
we're just talking about
no.
like how these things affect our lives.
Yes.
And and I was talking without going too far into the war. Like I was talking to my dad this morning,
Hmm.
and he was like, "Well, what do you think about the war?" And I said, "Well, it could theoretically be good, maybe. Like
Yes.
there's a
Yes.
possibility,
Yes.
but." the issue is I don't trust the people that are running it. He's like,
Yes.
what do you mean? I said, like, well, let's say my brother was like the general in the war. Would you trust him, Dad, to like run this war? He's like, probably not. I'm like, that's what I mean. Like, my brother has good intentions, but like, it doesn't mean he's competent to be a general in a war. Now, in the case of the people that are running this war, I'm not even sure they have good intentions. So it's not even about it's about intentions and about competence. But the point is, the action itself might be good. Like, so a lot of people are saying, like, why are you complaining now? Because like Obama wanted to do this supposedly, and Biden wanted to do
They
it, and
all
everyone
did.
wanted to
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, they
They
all
wanted
did.
to do it, but
But
they didn't. I'm not. It might be the best thing in the world to do. I just don't like trust the people that are actually doing it.
well, I
That's the problem I have.
a lot of people think that he's doing this because he's trying to get at their oil fields and stuff like that.
I'm
It's
sure that
got
is like
less.
part of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
Of
he's
course.
said that even, hasn't he? Like, I mean, not that he's doing it for that reason, but I think
Well, I
he
think he
commented.
is doing it for that reason.
No,
He's
I'm not
just
saying I
masking
don't
it
think he's
on.
admitted it. I don't think he's admitted it,
No,
but I
of
think he's
course
made
not.
comments about getting the oil,
Yeah.
regardless. Like, since
Well, and then
once they take
he
over.
opened negotiations with Canada again recently, but according to Mark Carney, our prime minister, as soon as they went back to negotiating, Trump brought up the 51st state again and said, "You need to become the 51st state, or else I'm gonna slap on even more tariffs on Canada." Like,
Are
are
you
you
serious?
fucking
Are you
kidding me?
sure?
Yes, yes, that's what Carney literally said.
Oh, jeez, I'm looking that up now too.
hmm It's ridiculous. Like, he hasn't stopped with this 51st state bullshit. Like, I'm sorry,
I
nobody in
don't see it.
Canada wants to become the 51st state.
I don't see it right now when I'm looking, but regardless, he
Yeah.
definitely has threatened that in the past. And
Oh yeah.
I mean, what? Yeah, that to me, and I've said this before. Like, that is the biggest thing. Which, if I talk to somebody who's a Trump supporter, and I say, okay, well, if you support Trump, like, explain this Canada thing to me. Like, nobody has an answer for that one. It's just like there's no reason. It's like there's no reason whatsoever. It's just like he just wants to cause trouble.
Mm.
There's no logical reason to do that. Nobody's given me one yet, so I don't. That's what makes me. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you do stuff like that, like, and you act like you just are either like, I was gonna say unhinged, but like if you act like as if you just do things randomly, that's really what I'm saying. Then how can I trust you on anything? If you say, "Oh, I got this great plan for the war to beat Iraq," listen, I'm very happy that they killed. Personally, I'm very happy that they killed the Ayatollah. Like, that guy
Oh
was a
yeah.
bad guy.
No,
I'm
he was
happy that they killed.
executing. Yeah, yeah. He was
Yeah,
executing random civilians for fuck's sakes.
I'm happy that they killed Ahmadinejad, the former president of Iran. I'm happy that they're killing other, people that are part of that regime. And I think a lot of Iranians, both, in the country and out of the country, are happy about it too. So I'm not complaining about that. I'm just saying that, like, I don't trust him. That's the problem. I wish I did. I wish there was a situation where I was like, I trust this guy. He's a great statesman.
Yeah.
And this applies, by the way, to the other guy too, Netanyahu. I wish I was in a position where I was like, I trust these people totally, and they're great statesmen, and like whatever they're doing, I'm sure it's going to work out really well. But I just don't have any confidence in that. So that's my issue.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, like, we are all, not we're not pawns. We just are all like more like ping pong balls. There's nothing we can do about any of this stuff. It's just like, read the news and keep living your life. Thankfully, we're not like living in a place, either of us, where
The
there's no
pawns
problems
was
going
not
on.
pawns in the topic. In the theme tonight, pawns in stupid wars, is not necessarily referring to us, the civilians, but more so the military, who at this point, a lot of military feel like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we doing this? Why? Like, it's getting to a point like, what is going on here? Why is he always wanting to attack everybody? Uh, it, it, and then he was talking about ending NATO. He's like, well, NATO's never done anything. NATO's never done anything. I'm thinking we get rid of NATO. NATO's not there for us, or something. I can't remember what the
Well,
fuck he
this
said,
is the
but
only actual war that U.S. has been in since he took office. There's been nothing. He's been threatening stuff, but there's no actual an actual other
what about
war.
Venezuela?
Oh yeah, that's true. Venezuela.
What are you? I was like, what are you talking about?
Okay, I forgot. Sorry.
The only, yeah. Two
Yeah,
wars,
I haven't heard
two
about that in
wars.
a few.
Okay, let me explain something to you. Two wars since he took office, okay? Now, can we go back to his opening speech where he was like, I'm telling you, if you vote for me, there's not going to be any wars. I'm telling you, there's going to be nothing but peace between everybody. Everybody's going to be at peace. I'm like, really? When did that happen? And this board of peace that he made, the board of peace, as he goes around attacking places. It should be called the BORED, Board of Peace, because every time I see photos of him at this Board of Peace, he looks like he's sleeping.
Yeah, what's the also he fired Christy Nome from like Homeland
I
Security and
read
made
that.
her
I read
some
about that. Yeah.
other crazy title or something. Did you read what the title is she got now?
No.
I have to look it up. Hold on, Christy Nome.
I thought if she's fired, how does she still
Okay,
have a title?
he gave her another job. He fired her from that job. They gave her a different job. Apparently, what does it say here?
McDonald's
No. It's a
picker upper.
crazy title. Special Envoy for the Shield of the Americas. So,
What is that?
someone said to me it sounds like a Hydra title, which I thought was pretty funny.
But what is that? What the hell
It's
is he
saying
just
like
making up jobs for people now?
focusing on immigration and border security. It says, but
Oh
I think
yeah,
he is. I think he is like literally making up jobs for people because this is my interpretation anyway. Like he
yeah.
wanted to fire her. He knew she was like not doing a good job, but he didn't want to like punish her basically, like because she's a supporter of his. So he wants to like let her off easy, so he gave her some other title. That's what it seems like it is. I don't know.
Fantastic.
Special envoy for the Shield of the Americas.
Well, there
It
you
sounds like
go.
Shield, like the from Marvel
Yeah,
Universe.
there you go. She's working for Nick Fury.
Yeah, but more like Hydra. It's like Nick Fury probably like tried to kill, whatever.
Yeah.
What's that with the Winter Soldier? That's a pretty good movie.
I don't know, man. It's really hard, and it's funny. I got into a fight a while back. Ended up blocking him, but with John St. John, the voice actor of Duke Nukem, and
Why
he's
did you get into a fight with John St. John?
what that was terrible. What was that?
Screw you.
You might as well just do your Cedric impression. All right. Anyway.
Oh, why'd you get into a fight with John St. John, famous Grotto?
Perfect. Can you imagine if Duke Nukem sounded like that? Be the most non-menacing. Oh, it's time to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum. What?
That line was stolen from like the movie They Live.
Yes. A lot of those Duke Nukem lines were stolen from different movies, actually. But it was really.
According to John Carpenter, I heard that line was not originally in the script, and like Roddy Piper made it up supposedly, which I think is interesting. But anyway, what were you gonna say?
He didn't. Well, I'll mention this now because you made me remember this. He didn't actually know that those lines were from different movies. He thought they were made up for the game.
Oh, really?
He was saying on his Facebook page that because people were saying, well, they were quoting the line and showing like it was from different movies. One of the lines was from The Evil Dead and all this stuff, and they were leaving like posts of the memes that the actual lines were from and stuff like that. And John St. John was like, well, why are you? I don't understand. Why are you quoting Duke Nukem and then putting like these meme photos? And then they told him no, that's what the lines are from. And he was shocked. He was like, I actually didn't know that. I thought they were made up for Duke Nukem. Like, no, no, they're not.
Why'd you get into a fight with him?
So it was about politics because he's very political, and he's another anti-Trump, which again I am too, kind of. But he got angry at me because I can't remember what I said, but it wasn't anything bad. But he's like, well, why do you need to be involved in anything I have to say? Because you're Canadian. This doesn't affect you. And I said, are you an idiot? Are you literally an idiot? It doesn't affect me. Trump is tariffing us into the ground, treating Canada like we're his own punching bag. How does it not affect me? But I didn't. All I did was say that, and then I blocked him because I'm like, I'm not dealing with some celebrity know-it-all who thinks that he's better than everyone else, as a superiority complex. I'm not interested in that. I've always felt. I've always.
Like, he blocked me. He blocked me. What the hell?
He wouldn't. Nah, he wouldn't care. At the end of the day, he doesn't give a shit. He has literally said to his fans, also, hey, Wayne, he has literally said to his fans that, hey, if you want to block me, go ahead. I'm not going to cry about it or something like that. So he doesn't give a shit. If it's
People say lots of stuff. I'm just saying.
I can promise you that he's not crying over the fact that I blocked him. Anyway,
he might be crying over the fact that like somebody like insulted him or then blocked him. But I guess you didn't really say too much back to him, did you? Or did you say something back, or you didn't bother?
No, I did. I said you're an idiot if you think that what is going on doesn't affect us in Canada.
Like, you're an idiot, eh? If you don't respect the Canada.
Okay,
eh?
yeah. I'm gonna be like Rick Moranis over here. Come on.
That would be funny. All about the game to laugh.
You made me so pissed off there, eh? Now I'm gonna go and drown myself into Tim Hortons coffee. Can you move to Canada? I'm sure you could.
Where do you live, Fuzzy Number? That's the first question.
I'm sure you could, man. I mean, we've kind of opened our doors to Americans.
You said he's American. Maybe he's like from Zimbabwe. You don't know.
Oh, well, then he's not allowed here then, if that's the case. No, I'm just messing. Just messing.
Canada's a nice place, nice country.
Yeah.
I lived there for a few years.
Don't tell Trump that. He might tariff you.
Well, I mean, that's the problem, honestly. Like, most Americans, like, if they've even been to Canada, they don't know anything about it, regardless, most likely. So
they're gonna what?
Most Americans probably haven't even been to Canada, and if they've been to Canada, they were there one time, and they don't really know too much about the country. So whatever they say or they read in the news.
The winters suck, though, right? That's the only thing really that'd bother me about living there.
So, the winters...
Not as bad as
No. The winters used to be bad, and then this little thing called global warming took over. And believe it or not, our winters are pretty fucking mild.
90% of Canadians, or something like that, live very close to the U.S. border.
Yes.
Part of that, not everybody, but about 90%.
You heard about Nintendo of America suing the U.S. government about the tariffs? I'm not used to that kind of weather at all myself.
Fuzzy.
I did not hear about Nintendo of America suing the U.S. government.
Yes, funny numbers. Yeah, Nintendo is suing the U.S. government over tariffs because they had to increase everything because of the tariff. So Trump put tariffs on video game companies and video games and stuff like that. I'm sure you already know that because he's anti-video game. He always has been. One of the first things he said first term as president was he's going to ban video games because he says that they are the reason for all the violence in the U.S. That was one of the things he said first term, but then nothing ever happened, of course. It was all talk, I guess. But now he's put tariffs on video games and video game companies, because why not? Why not be an asshole? He's being an asshole to everybody else. Why not start with the video games as well?
Well, what I started to say about the weather is, so 90% of Canadians live like close to the U.S. border, so partially that's
Yes.
because of trade, but I'm sure also partially because nobody wants to live like all the way up north, like except for the Inuits,
Yeah.
um, all the way up north. So where it's like,
Yeah.
I guess I should probably like let that comment go. The fuzzy numbers put on here. Um, sorry.
Second term Trump is all asshole.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. No, so it's not actually that cold there. I lived there for a few years, including the winters.
I
Yeah.
It's
gotcha.
fine. I mean,
So
if you're
can
from
I can
Florida, you'll
I
find it very cold. But if you're from Mexico or something, but if you're
can I
from New York,
two
it's not that
question
much different.
two questions for you based on that. So when you lived in Canada, yes, when you
Yeah.
lived in Canada, where did you live?
Hamilton,
Sorry?
Hamilton.
Oh, Hamilton, Ontario. Okay. All right. So not that far away from me actually. All right.
Apparently the 10th largest city in Canada.
It's now become Muslim Central. I don't know if you know that or not.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they put in like thousands, almost every street corner. There's a
Ivory
mosque.
Whitehorse is a lovely place, even if it is cold.
Horse, that far up north.
So I'm gonna tell you this. When I was a kid, our
Like
winters were
BC?
harsh as shit.
Utah.
When I was a kid, our winters were harsh as shit here, like where I'm living now. Not I mean living area wise, not. But anyway, they were bad. I remember we were like bundled up like crazy. It was most of the time minus 30 degrees Celsius, which I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit.
Celsius?
Yes, which I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit.
Let's look it up.
But it was cold.
It's minus
Minus
22 Fahrenheit. That's freaking cold.
yes, and that was when I was a kid. Uh, now, maybe on a cold night, minus 25. I
Are
mean,
you
we
sure
don't.
you, are you sure you didn't imagine the minus 30?
No, God, no. No, 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 no.
Let's see what the average winter is in Hamilton.
Yeah, nowadays
Damn.
it's mild as hell.
Yeah, it's
It,
not. I mean, Hamilton is pretty far south, but still. Anyway, um, see, I don't get why the whole thing with Canada. I mean, first of all, if you've ever lived in Canada, like,
Bless you for not adopting our stupid measurement system that only we and Myanmar use. Yeah, I've never been through anything remotely like that. Any
I don't
snow for me
understand
whatsoever is incredibly rare.
I don't understand why Trump is like harassing Canada or anything like that. But what I was trying to say before is that I think most Americans have probably not been to Canada, and if they have been, they went like one time to Vancouver or something, and they don't really know the
yeah,
country at all. So
yeah.
whatever nonsense they read about, about Canada, like whatever propaganda is out there in the news, a lot of people don't
Well,
know any better to actually look things up and understand what's
there
actually going on.
there are some really stupid MAGA people out there that I've seen because I
Really
watch
stupid
these
people of all political, stripes.
I watch these YouTubers interview them and the when he was talking about making Canada the 51st state initially, this YouTuber was interviewing MAGA supporters, and the MAGA supporters were like, "I don't understand why he wants Canada. That place, they live in igloos, man. They like a frozen wasteland. They ain't got no houses. They probably ain't even got no microwaves." And I'm like, "Are you guys idiots? Like, are you complete fucking morons?" I feel like Trump's followers and supporters have never been to school, like are not educated because
It's not just Trump's followers and supporters. I'm telling you, like a lot of people are not educated. That's the problem, and a lot of people are not educated, and they listen to whatever nonsense they hear, and plus nowadays with AI and like people
oh
intentionally spreading
god,
like false
yeah,
information.
oh yeah,
They pick up a lot of bullshit, and they're just like, oh, okay, I guess that's the truth, you know.
yeah.
Most people
It's
don't have context
so
to know.
dumb though. I'm like, dude, it reminds me of, there was a show that used to come on in Canada, and you guys probably get it in America or have seen it in America, but it was Rick Mercer's Talking to Americans. It was back in the 90s, early 2000s, and he would go to America and say the strangest, most outlandish shit, and Americans would believe him because he had a fucking microphone and a camera, so they thought he was from the news. And so
I have not heard of that.
Talking to Americans, you can find it on YouTube. I'll put up some links in the podcast Discord. But oh my God, he would be like, "Did you know Canada just got their very first microwave?" And then he'd like hand them the microphone to the Americans, and they're like, "Congratulations, Canada! I'm getting your first microwave. You're gonna love it." I'm like, are you guys stupid? Come on, and
It's ignorant. It's ignorance. That's what it is. I mean, it's some people are really stupid, but it's just ignorance. Like they just don't know. Like
they don't.
I feel like if you would tell me like if you would say like so, okay, random country in
No,
in
before you, sorry,
Argentina, what?
sorry, before you continue, I just want to say one more quick thing. So another thing quickly from Talking to Americans, and this one was the stupidest one, I'm telling you. And oh my God, the people he got to say this were like congressmen, everyday people on the street, of course, congressmen. They even got George Bush, who was the president at the time. So he came up with this fanciful story that Mount Rushmore, there was like a part in Mount Rushmore that was owned by Canadians, and in order to access it, they had to drill through the nose of one of the presidents to get at it. And he's like, "Do you think Canadians should be allowed to drill through one of the noses of the nostrils of one of the Mount Rushmore presidents?" And they're like, "No! Oh my God, they shouldn't do that. That's illegal. They should." I'm like, "Oh my God, stop and think. Stop and think. That's all you gotta do."
You know what it reminds me of actually? It's just back like this. Just switch back on topic temporarily because you reminded me of it.
Yeah.
Tucker Carlson was.
Oh God, I hate him.
No, I don't like him either. I don't like him at all.
He's such a dick.
I've hated him for like since he started basically.
Him and Ann Coulter, they're both psychopaths.
Ann Coulter, I don't really know as much. She's like very Christian, like right wing, I think. But like,
she's also
Tucker
insane.
Carlson has always been like intellectually not honest, intellectually dishonest.
Yeah.
But he makes up these weird conspiracy theories, and he'll be like I don't know, like I'm just asking a question. I mean, why maybe that's the case. I don't know. Like, could be like it's interesting. Like the gamer's Grotto, he never talks about ice cream on his channel. Maybe he hates ice cream. I mean, it's possible. I don't know. I mean, maybe he hates Chinese people too, or maybe you never know.
You literally, yeah, you literally sound like you're. That voice you're doing sounds like what's his name from the Star Trek voice that you were doing for Neelix. That's all I was thinking when you were talking like that. I'm like, Neelix, it's you.
That's funny. Well, I'm not like doing great Tucker Carlson impression.
No, of course.
His latest thing this past week was that, or one of his latest things that I heard about, was that he said that the war in Iran was started by Chabad. Have you heard of Chabad?
No.
Chabad is like a branch of Judaism where basically what they're mainly known for is...
He's blaming the Jews?
What they're mainly known for is two things. One is that they will stand in let's say a common place where lots of Jews like hang out or live, like in New York City. They may stand like on a street corner, and they may ask people walking by, say, "Hey, are you Jewish? Would you like to make a blessing on something?"
Oh, I had one guy actually when I was living in Toronto do that, and
probably Chabad. And then the other thing they do is that they send like let's say a married couple to go live in some random area, like remote area where mostly there's no Jews there. Like let's make up like Mumbai or something like that. I mean, there's some Jews in Mumbai, but like some random area there's not a ton of Jews there. And then if any Jew is who's traveling to that area, they can always reach out to these guys and say, "Hey, I need a place to stay for Shabbat, or I'm looking for some kosher food. Can you help me out?" Like those two things are primarily what they do. And so Tucker Carlson like made up some random theory that he was floating around this week, where he said that the Iran war was started because Chabad wants to blow up the Dome of the Rock and the Al-Aqsa Mosque, and they're hoping
What?
that somehow in this war
Whoops.
those mosques will get blown up, and then the Jews will be able to rebuild like the temple in Jerusalem or something like that. Like something completely out of left field that like has no validity in reality or any in any normal sane person's reality whatsoever. But people are allowed
The
to
fuck?
like make up these things, and then they say, yeah, like, well, I don't really know. I'm just asking a question. Like, maybe it's true, maybe it's not, maybe it's true. Like it's, but they're clearly like trying to advance an agenda, and it's
Yeah,
just
of
like these
course.
guys are just like, what did I do? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm just trying to get some guy to make a blessing. Like, what? So this sort of thing is like really upsetting me, honestly. I mean, not so upsetting that I think about it too much, but if I hear about things like this, it doesn't matter who it is. It's like there's no intellectual honesty anymore. People have an agenda, they're trying to spread an agenda, and that's basically it. So
Well, I feel like Trump's version of and Tucker Carlson is probably a part of that because I'm pretty sure he is pro-Trump and always has
Trump,
been.
he's very much pro-Trump, but Trump this week actually, after he made those comments, Trump basically threw him out of MAGA. He said like Tucker Carlson has lost his way, he's not in MAGA anymore, or something like that. And then like Tucker Carlson said something like I still love you, Trump. I'm sure you'll forgive me, or something something like that. I don't know the exact words, but that was
Excuse
he
me,
said that
Mr. Trump, I'll suck your dick.
probably something like that. But
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I don't know. But anyway, Trump has even disavowed it. That's how crazy it was. So think about that from that perspective. Anyway, I can't even
that's
keep up with all the
I can't I
nonsense.
can't even I can't even picture that Trump being upset
Right,
about
exactly.
something. Um, but I
The
I
world is
don't know.
crazy. That's the bottom line.
Basically,
So let's change topics. You were telling me before the podcast started about this game that you're going to get, where it's like 300 hours of length. Yeah, I think everybody
yes.
wants to know about that. What? Tell me about that because that is really strange.
Well, okay,
I
so
think it's strange.
you play Atari games that are like 20 minutes long.
Well, that's not 20 minutes is not the same thing as 300 hours of
No,
length. I mean,
no, I know.
it's not like a minute is like I don't know.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah, I wish the worst things to worry about in the world were Chase and Paw Patrol.
No, that
They
is
both
this.
happen to be Canadian lol.
That's still the worst thing to worry about in the world. What are you talking about? I'd take Trump over Chase any day. Could you imagine him as president? Oh my God, you'd all be fucked. Anyway, moving on.
Well, it's funny. Trump goes around and like insulting other world leaders for no reason, and Chase would
Yeah,
probably go like pee on their parents'
be
doorstep
on
or
there.
something.
Make every day National Diaper Wearing Day. All
I
right.
know it would be horrifying.
Anyway, yeah. So, Crimson Desert is coming out in 2 weeks. I was originally planning on streaming it, but then I looked up. Now, I have streamed long games on my channel in the past, and I don't like them because
What is
I
Crimson
I
Desert?
don't I don't. I'll go into that in a sec. So, um, I don't like long games, and I like them to play, but not for streaming because if I'm gonna stream a game on my channel, I want it to be 2 to 3 parts max. I don't want it to be 17 parts, 20 parts, 30 parts.
Yeah,
I've
trust me, I know what
seen
you're talking
other
about.
YouTubers stream games, and
Yeah,
they
yeah,
have like a stream that's 2 hours, but it's cut into like 57 parts, and I'm like,
and even worse than that, the game like fell
bro,
off the rails after part four, and they can't
right.
do it
And
anymore.
then you're not going to get some viewers after a certain amount. The only ones who are going to stick to that are like the diehard viewers. But even then, people get bored. And why do you think I cut off my streams after 2 hours or try to? Because I'm like, dude, after 3 hours, nobody is interested anymore. I base it off of my length on what I do when I'm watching something. I watch for 2 hours max when I'm watching somebody else. Any longer than 2 hours, I'm going to get bored. I'm gonna switch to something else. But freaking hell, man! And so like Hogwarts Legacy, fucking 130-hour length, but not including I think side missions or something like that. And Cyberpunk was
That's a
one of
great
the
thing about older games. They tend to not be super long.
Cyberpunk 2077 when that came out, I streamed that in its entirety, including like the side content, and it was like I don't even remember how many parts it was in. I think it was like in 20, 30 parts, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to do that again. I don't. I mean, I did that with The Last of Us Part 1 and 2, and it was in like 30 parts or some shit. I'm like, bro,
I
no, I
get it.
can't. I can't.
I
And
think the
then,
only thing that
and
makes sense
then,
is
and then, I fucking find out that Crimson Desert, its story length is 300 hours. 300 hours! Not
what is
including
Crimson
side
Desert?
content? Crimson Desert is a upcoming open world game.
GTA 5 story mode is a pretty good length emo, I'll say.
So Crimson Desert is an upcoming open world game made by some writers and directors of previous Rockstar games, Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA 5. But they have this new game, Crimson Desert. It's supposed to be like The Witcher with Skyrim and Red Dead Redemption 2 all mashed together into one game. Massive open
Who's making
world.
it? It's not Rockstar, it's somebody else.
If you give me a second, I will find out for you. You'll see a blue screen here temporarily while I look. Um, but it's crazy. This game is beautiful. I mean the visuals alone. I now I will what I will likely do is stream it, but not the full game. But I'll stream enough of it. I'll probably do a what I like to call a quick play, a quick look at the game. Quick look meaning 2 hours is enough for people to look at the game, see if it's for them, and then decide if they want to buy it or not. I'm not going to stream the whole game. There's no fucking way. Not at 3 hours, 300 hours. So it's made by.
I think it makes sense to like do that if it's one of those channels where others just play it as the actual commentary. They're just trying to document the
Yeah.
whole game, but not
So
for yeah. I agree.
so it's made by a company called Pearl Abyss. This might actually be their first game. I've never heard of them before. Um, but so supposedly the combat is going to be like The Witcher 3. Now the cool thing is you get to have mounts in the game.
Until you unpaused.
Oh, interesting. You should.
That's weird.
By the way, you should. You could turn off your bot like when I'm here because I can read the chat. But that's a separate thing for next time. Kind of an
That's
impossible
too much work because then I'll forget that the bot's off when I next stream a game, and then I'll be like, well, why isn't anybody commenting? And I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That's too much. Um, but what was I going with this? So yeah, it's you get to mounts that you can ride on, and one of them is a dragon. And dude, I was like, dude, the last time I ever rode on top of a dragon in a game was like Drakan, Order of the Flame. Do you remember that game?
BTW,
I
sorry
do
if
when I
this
do.
is
I
a
don't
dumb
know.
question, but you can stream directly from your PS5 to YouTube with no computer or anything?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, that's correct. So how it works is you link your YouTube channel up to your PlayStation, and it does the rest. It uploads the video for you, does it all in real time, kind of. All I have to worry about is editing afterwards, which doesn't usually take me that long. Um, and that's it. Yeah.
Very fancy.
Yep. Yeah, it is. It's awesome. Uh, PS5 obviously has more streaming capabilities than the PS4. It's got better options and stuff. It's a lot better to stream on, if I'm being honest. I used to stream on my PS4 in the past, and I do have to say that the PS5's stream functions are a lot better, a lot more easy and less complicated. But yeah, so I will stream a little bit of Crimson Desert when it comes out. I think my next stream I'm going to do is part two of Romancevania because that was a game we started at Valentine's Day in February, and I haven't done the second part of yet, and I have the thumbnails all ready for that, and I probably should do that.
I thought you did too. I guess you did.
No, I
would be cool to continue.
Romancylvania? Yeah, no, I'll probably do that tomorrow. And then of course Minecraft Story Mode I need to finish off as well. I picked up a couple of new games over the last couple of days. They're bringing out a lot of retro games again. Like, so they just released a Ren and Stimpy collection on PS5, which is all the old Game Boy, NES, Super NES games remastered. So they have that came out. Then they also released the entire Rayman collection of Rayman games on PlayStation as well.
It's a Rayman.
The problem, those old games all suck, Ivo.
Yeah, they do all suck.
What do you mean?
Ren and Stimpy, I mean.
Hold on. Did you just say Rayman?
Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. Because it's from France. It's from France.
Oh,
so
Jesus.
Rayman.
Here he goes, guys. This man literally told me it's not microids.
Rayman, not
this,
Rayman.
Yeah, okay. This guy literally told me that it's not microids, it's macroids.
It is. It's microids.
No, it's not. It's not. Like a dumbass, I looked it up, and you're completely wrong.
True.
Yeah.
It's true. I tell you, I promise.
Yeah. Okay, Inspector Clouseau.
And it's also Cryo, not Cryo.
Okay.
Well, they must have changed the name because it says on Wikipedia, microids, formerly microids. I guess
No, it does not. It does not say that.
I'm serious. Look it up.
All right. Yeah.
I'm serious. They probably realized nobody could pronounce it, so they just changed it just to microids.
Oh, okay. Anyway, my God.
It's true.
It's like I'm sitting next to...
Microids, I think, has the rights to all of Cryo's games now.
Microids has the rights to everything. Okay, stop. Microids has the rights to everything now, man. They made a Survivor game. They made an Inspector Gadget game, which I will be streaming over the next little bit. They made so much. They have so many licensed products under their belt. It's insane. They did the I'm gonna pretend that Stu's not talking right now. They did the oh God, I can't believe you just said that. All right. They did the fuck you, Stu. They did the Tintin games as well, the Tintin game, and it was really good. It was really good.
I remember Egypt Kids, by the way, Park your boy. I still have that. You want it? It's if you want it, it's yours.
What is it?
Egypt Kids is a horrible game from Cryo that I streamed. Oh my God, terrible. Really bad game.
I loved it.
You played Egypt? The game Egypt that they made? Do you remember that? Dreamcatcher games.
Oh yes, yes. Wasn't it like it was like a Myst almost type of game, right? Okay. Yes.
Those games I enjoyed actually. Like I played Inca, and I thought.
Yeah.
They made also one for kids called Egypt Kids, and it's like.
Wait, Inca was not them.
No, Inca was them too.
Wait, hold on.
You're thinking of the Sierra Inca. I'm thinking of a different Inca.
Oh.
The Cocktail Vision one is what you're thinking of.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called. It's like
Inca was Cocktail Vision.
Yeah, another Inca. I'll look it up. There's also an Inca by.
I feel like everybody who worked at Cocktail Vision was insane. Or if not insane, I feel like they were on a lot of drugs. Because all of the Cocktail Vision games were so fucking weird. They were so fucking strange and just very out there.
100%.
And oh yeah. And they made no sense. And
Runner by Cocktail is incredible,
oh my God.
Entertaining emo.
But it's terrible. The acting in that was so bad. Did you know, Pirate Gamer Boy, that the actor who plays your character in Urban Runner is also the guy who plays Detective John Carey in Police Quest 4? Same voice actor and same mocap actor. Same dude.
I do not know this.
Yeah.
What is the game that called it? That I was calling Inca.
No, I did not.
In English, they changed it for English to the Sacred Amulet, but it was called Inca originally in Europe.
The weirdest game for me.
Aztec, not Inca.
There
Aztec.
you go. Now I know what you're talking about. Now I know what you're talking about. See, this is what happens when you get old, guys. No, I'm just joking. The weirdest game from Cocktail. What am I saying? Cocktail Vision for me was Lost in Time. I love the game, but that game was so fucking racist, like to an insane degree. And I was like, and then there's so many weird things. I don't want to put down Ken Williams because I love him and I love Roberta and I always will. They're heroes in my opinion. But so many people thought Ken Williams went off the deep end when he brought in Daryl Gates for Police Quest 4, and then
Thankfully, I'm
that game,
so I can handle it. I'm sure, lol.
That game was just the most racist trash ever.
So what's racist about Lost in Time? I only played like the beginning. Do you remember?
The voice cast were all white guys trying to be black, and they just did a terrible job. It was like, do you not remember Yoruba at the beginning of the game? He's like, we can move around the ship, but you have to do this for me to help me escape. And I'm like, what is that what is... It's like discount African.
She's on the ship that she couldn't get off, and I couldn't figure out what the hell to do.
Oh my god,
I'm like, where's the Lost in Time part? Where's the time part? 'Cause I've been stuck on this ship the whole time. That's what I was doing.
Oh, so you never beat the game?
No, I never beat it.
No, she is lost in time. She goes through different time periods. At the beginning, she's on the ship, and then she goes through a portal and ends up in at a mansion and stuff like that.
I never actually was able to get to that part.
When somebody helps me get my capture card working, I'd be more than willing to stream it. I can beat that game in like 20 minutes. That game is really short, actually. Yeah, it's not that long.
It's funny you say that because I'm assuming that Sierra is the ones that did the voice part of it. Like I think the original.
I don't know. No, I don't think so. God, come on, Sierra had better voice actors than that.
Well,
no.
The original game, I'm not sure about that, but the original game when it was released in Europe, first of all, it was called Lost in Time 1 and 2. Like there was 2 parts, and they put it together in one release. And it was only on floppy disk in Europe, I'm pretty sure. I don't think they had a CD release in Europe. I could be wrong about that. Maybe look it up. But the woman who made that is Muriel Tremie, and she also made this game Freedom about like African slaves escaping from their slavery.
I can't picture. I'm not saying no. Hold on. I'm not saying that the people who made the game were racist. I'm saying that the game feels racist in the sense that they got white actors voicing black characters and doing a terrible job. I mean, they didn't even sound convincing. It reminds me of back when Blade Runner by Westwood Studios and the guy who played Sadiq, the Jamaican guy, oh my god. You know what? Hold on. I got a better one for you. It reminds me of Shenmue 1 with fucking
Fukusan?
No, not Fukusan. Fukusan. No, the guy who played Tom, the hot dog guy. Yo, Rio man.
Rio.
Yeah. No, man, I don't know anything about that. Oh my god, it was so bad. I'm like, dude, I can do a better Jamaican accent than you. What is this? Like, holy shit. The guy was so bad. And I'm like, it was so cringe. I'm like, dude, if you're going to do a black character in a game, at least sound convincing. You literally sound like a Chinese dude trying to do a fucking African voice. It was horrendous.
So I just fact-checked myself, and what I said is not true. There was a European CD-ROM release, so maybe Sierra had to do with it. I don't know.
I don't know. All I know is that Yoruba was so cringe in Lost in Time.
Yoruba, Jamaica.
Yeah, right. All the names were so bad in that game
The
too. It
power
was
of
like,
movie
dude,
games.
why do they have such stereotype names? It reminds me of like, oh my god, Police Quest 4. That was just a mess. Like, Daryl Gates, known to be a racist, decides to help Sierra by releasing a game called Police Quest 4 and then shoving as many black people in the game to prove that he's not a racist. But when he did that, he made them all have like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air style dialogue. It was horrendous.
I
Every
think it was
character in
actually
the
way
game,
worse than
every
Prince of
character in the
Bel-Air.
game was like, yo, 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 you the 5-0, and I'm like, what is
I mean, I think the
this?
dialogue was way worse than Fresh Prince, but I mean, I'm assuming that they put him, they had him have that role because they thought he would sell
I
games.
got in one little fight and my mom got scared.
Yeah, right. I used to always say, since I was shooting some b-ball outside of the school, I used to always say I was shooting some people outside of the school.
That's terrible. No. Oh my God.
It's just a
That's
joke.
terrible. That's terrible.
It's just a joke, man.
What the fuck?
It's not racist or anything. I'm just making
No,
fun of the
not at
lyrics.
all.
I'm making fun of the lyrics.
Demonetized for Mal.
Demonetized.
Listen, when I was a kid, first of all, I never said the word b-ball. Basketball, I know what that is, but b-ball, I never heard that word. So the first time I heard it, that's what I was thinking. It's like I want to shoot some people, but obviously after that, I knew that's not what he meant. But I still thought
That's in the new one. That's in Bel Air.
What do you mean the new one?
Okay, so Bel Air, which is a reimagining of the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, is a dark series, very dark. I love it actually; it's very good. But in that, at the beginning, when he gets into the fight, they show the entire thing happen. He gets into a fight with a bunch of gangsters, basically at a public basketball court,
They showed it
and
that's the original one too. The
and
guy
he
that kicks
pulls
off and
out.
does, like,
Yeah,
this
it's a
spin
little
move.
bit different than that because Will's character pulls out a gun and threatens to kill them all.
There's this terrible Windows
And stuff like that.
game I've played called Lunar B-Ball.
And so
you
he
play
gets
basketball on the moon with
he gets
ridiculous physics.
he gets
Maybe
arrested.
you'll run into it eventually.
He gets arrested and his mom bails him out and says, "You know what? That's it. I can't deal with you right now. You're moving to your Uncle Phil's place for now."
So what is with the show? Is it any of the original actors in it or what?
No, it's a whole new cast, but honestly, the cast is amazing. There is cameos by several of the original actors, yes, but they're not playing the characters. What?
Who made cameos? You know?
Yeah. So Tatiana Ali is in it, who played Ashley Banks. She's one of the school teachers that teaches Ashley in the new series. So Ashley Banks is in it, but played by a new actress. But the original Ashley Banks actress is the school teacher that teaches Ashley. And then the original Aunt Vivs are both in it. The original two Aunt Vivs. Yeah. James Avery probably would have been in it had he not passed away. Will Smith is head producer or writer or something like that for it. The casting is really good. I gotta say, I love it. I do love it. I don't have anything negative to say about the series. I think it's fantastic. The writing is really good. The only thing is that if you're going to go into this show comparing it to the original Fresh Prince of Bel Air, which is a sitcom, you're going to hate it because it's not. It's its own thing basically. It's the same premise, the same story, but it's written as a drama. It's serious. There is little funny parts in it, of course, but it's mostly serious. In it, Carlton is a cokehead. He snorts a lot of coke, and he when Will ends up moving in with them, Carlton hates him at first, and he's like, well, he's kind of like cringing on my turf, whatever. And so Carlton when he finds out that he's almost going to get discovered with his coke addiction and everything, so he plants the coke on Will to have Will get in shit. It's really it's really dark compared to the original Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
What's the point of that? I don't understand. Like, what's the point?
Of what?
Because the original Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was, like you said, a sitcom. This are they trying to say, like, that, like, it's all, like, in the inner city is, like, super dangerous? Like, what's the point of the show? I don't get it.
No, it's following Will's life in Bel-Air.
Will's life is a drama, basically?
Yeah.
Serious, like, Carlton really smoked, like, because this didn't really happen to Will Smith, did it? I mean, like, he didn't get adopted by his uncle in Bel-Air in real life, did he? I mean, I'm not aware of that.
It's not. No, it was not. It was not based on Will Smith's life.
Okay, so what's the point of it then? It's like why do they feel
the original show wasn't even based on Will Smith's life.
Right, the original show is like a joke. It's funny. It's a fun show. So why do they feel the need to like make a real show? Like, are they trying to say something about like African Americans in the inner city or something like that? Like, it sounds
no.
Honestly, it sounds a little bit racist to me. Like, personally, based on the way you described it, it's like Carlton's not smoking cocaine, or like.
No. So that's not the whole. That's not. No. Ashley is actually a lesbian on the show.
Share play, please.
No, it's not. It's no. Each episode is totally different from the other. Carlton, for the first, I think, 4 episodes of the show, he does drugs and then he quits it. He ends up going into rehab once the parents find out that he's doing it. They support him going into rehab. He goes into rehab and then he doesn't do it anymore after that. He comes out of rehab as a changed dude. And at that point, when that happens, he's best friends with Will again. And it's not like the force that drives the show. It's for like maybe like 3 or 4 parts that's a thing, and then that story is done with. It's a story. You understand? That's what it's a story.
I guess what I'm saying is overall, like in general, there's such a trend now to remake everything or to continue it or whatever. Like, 'cause I feel like they have no like original ideas. They have to remake things. If they're gonna remake stuff,
okay,
like, why do they have to like?
So with in terms, yes, but in terms of this was a thing before that. So originally,
let's say I said to you that they're making a Simpsons. They're ending the Simpsons. They're making a new Simpsons show, but instead of like the way it was before as a comedy, it's like Bart's to be a cokehead.
So there was hold on.
To like go to like a hospital for this massive.
Well, I can explain all that to you. So basically, this was never intended to be a thing, but there was a YouTuber who made a video called Real Life Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or something like that, and it was a film that he made, a short film that he made for YouTube, and it was like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but reimagined as a serious series instead of a sitcom. And he made it for YouTube. It had obviously a little bit of a budget. It had a bit of a fun show, I bet. It had a really bit of a budget behind it, and it caught the attention of Will Smith. And Will Smith was like, "Dude, this is actually really good. I could picture this as being an actual show." And then him and this YouTuber corresponded back and forth, and that's how the Bel-Air show became what it is, because of them.
Will like punch out Chris Rock in the show?
Again,
I'm only saying that because like I don't really trust Will Smith's creative.
No, okay, hold on. This show was in its 2nd season before Will Smith even attacked Chris Rock. So I don't understand. This is not a new show. This is not a new. No, the 3rd season is filming right now, and it's supposed to be the final season.
Regardless of that, again, like the guy who made it on YouTube, it sounded like he was he trying to make a joke or was he trying to like say
No,
like some kind of like statement about the state of the
not
interstate?
everything has to be a statement. I don't understand why you're taking everything as a statement. Not everything. That's the American political mindset that everything
I
has to
remember
be
the
a
Will
statement
Smith
about
YouTube
something.
Rewind
It's not.
2018 lol.
I feel
So
like
bad.
by
Not
taking
everything
something
has
that
to. Not everything
no,
has to have an ulterior
I
motive.
hear you. I hear you. What I'm saying is that like if you make up your own original story that doesn't have it's not called the Fresh Bel Air or whatever, and it doesn't have any of the same characters, you can tell the exact same story. By riding on the coattails of an existing show, first of all, I think it's unnecessary in general. I think you're a little bit you're pissing on the original show. But leave that aside for a second. It's like you're
Uh,
inherently making some kind of a statement. Like you're trying to take this and spin it in a new way. Like that's what they're doing. So I'm just trying to understand what is the point. Like it could be entertaining and it could be good, but I would say it should be its own franchise. Don't call it Bel Air. Call it Malibu and make it like about like
well,
whatever
they
you
didn't
want.
call it. Okay, so they didn't call it the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. They just called it Bel Air.
Okay, but that's the same thing.
It's not realistically. If it was the same thing, they would call it the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. They called
They
it
probably
Bel
could
Air.
call it the Fresh Prince of Bel Air because, well, unless Will Smith has produced it, because I think he was like the Fresh Prince. But
The original producers were involved in Bel Air, but they
the
decided against calling it Bel
the
Air.
title is not that important. I am just saying again. I don't understand why people need to take other people's stuff and make it into something that it wasn't
Hi
before.
Grotto and Stu, I don't wanna learn your language. Trump last joke to Spanish speaking presidents lol.
It,
What?
it's like
What? Hold on. What? What are you talking about, Lewis? I'm confused now. I think we're both
he just
confused.
joined it. He didn't listen to the conversation, so he's talking about the title of this thing.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Plus, I'm assuming Trump said that to Spanish-speaking presidents, he doesn't want to learn their language. That's what I'm assuming. But yeah, I think there's too many movie companies, TV companies, whatever, that are basically like just raping old previous media. Like it's not necessary. It's like if it's a little bit better if like you're doing a revival of an old show, although that also shows like a tremendous lack of creativity in my opinion. I wish they would just have some new ideas and not try to like turn something into something that it's not. That's what I'm saying. Like, why do people
Yeah, I
complain about
agree
the new
it's
Star Trek?
stupid.
Because they're like, I
Well,
like the old
okay.
Star
So
Trek,
if
and
you're gonna
people
say
still
that,
like Star Trek
but hold
movies. That's
on.
what they would do.
If you're gonna say that about that, then we should say that about all the remasters or remakes of video games. We should say that about everything. Everything.
Well,
Nothing should be.
no, no, but hold
Nothing
on.
should be. No, 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 no.
Remaster is different. Remaster is different. If someone takes like a show that's on a movie that's on VHS, they upscale to like Blu-ray to 4K or
No, because
something.
you're still pissing on the original because everybody likes the original graphics. So
No,
no, no, no,
that's not the
no,
same thing.
no, no, no,
I'm talking about
no.
changing the intent. Well, first of all, I agree. By the way, I think they should stop doing so many freaking remasters and make some new games. So that you're not. That's I agree with you about that, even though you don't think I would. But it's completely different though
That's
because
not the same thing, I agree.
there is like you're taking something and you're updating it. This you're taking something and changing it. So it's like if I don't know, I can think of anything. Like if I took the Muppets all of a sudden and I made like Kermit the
He
Frog
was in a
gay and he's in
meeting
love
with
with Donald
Spanish
Trump.
speaking presidents
Like
that he
if I'm
doesn't
starting
want
my
to
own
learn
thing for the first
Spanish,
time, I
that's
can do
why
it
he
how I
has
want and make whatever
translators
I want. But if
people.
I'm taking somebody else's thing that they made up, like I shouldn't change it so much. Like it should stay like the way their original creative vision was, in my personal opinion. That's all I'm saying. But
I don't know. I like the show. You can piss on it if you
but
want
again,
without seeing
but
it, but
I'm not
VHS
picking
isn't
on the
the
show. There's
original
no point. It might be
technically.
a
They
great film,
shot
not
the movie
disagreeing.
on film and
I'm
later
just
on they
saying, like,
scanned the same
if it
film to
really can
high
stand on
res.
its own, they should have it. They should have not used the same IP. They should have said, or you know, I don't know what they did, but like in my opinion, they could have like had completely different characters. The fact that they're using like Carlton and Ashley and you know whatever the fuck Uncle Phil, whatever his name is, and all those other people shows that they don't think their show can stand on its own. They're trying to trade off the nostalgia of the other show, and I think that's like...
Yes, because nostalgia sells, and that's why nostalgia is such a big deal nowadays in everything. Movies, TV shows, video games. That's why there's so many remasters and remakes of shit, because it sells. It sells.
I understand that it sells, but I think it's creatively bankrupt, and they should take some more chances and make some more stuff that's new. That's all I'm saying. And if they're gonna copy something, at least be faithful to the original thing and don't change it so much. That's all. Like how does what's the guy's name who plays Carlton? Like what's the guy's name? I'm forgetting his name. You remember? Alfonso something.
Nostalgia sells. Take Pokemon for example.
Alfonso Ribeiro.
Alfonso Ribeiro. So like, if I'm Alfonso Ribeiro and it's like all of a sudden my character's like snorting coke, maybe I'm like, what the hell? Like I don't like this. Or actually, here's a great here's my perfect example. Hold on. Here's my perfect example. Mission Impossible. They took Mission Impossible, an amazing television show, and they made it into a really good movie series. Which I
wouldn't know because I have never been interested in seeing it.
I've never seen them either, but I've heard it's really, really good. So I'm gonna assume that it really is really, really good. However, and I'm a fan of the original show and also the revival, by the way. There was a revival in the 90s, the 80s, sorry, which starred Peter Graves as well, and it had like one of the characters was like the son of the other character, and the actor was the son of the other actor, I believe. So they paid respect to the original show. Then they made the movie with Tom Cruise, where they
Police Squad show.
Yeah, the Naked Gun's another example. In Mission Impossible, they took the movie with they made a movie where the main bad guy, was Peter Graves' character from the TV show. And they asked Peter Graves to be in the movie, and he said, like, what? I don't want to be in the movie. Like, what the hell? Like, my character after 8 seasons is all of a sudden, after 8 seasons is all of a sudden going to become a traitor? Like, what the fuck? So they got the other guy.
Really, Rain Man is by far my favorite Tom Cruise movie. Not huge into him otherwise, but I love that film.
Peter Graves' character from 8 seasons of TV and basically made him a traitor. Like, for their own creative vision, they want to make a good story. I get that. But it's so disrespectful of the previous stuff that came before. If you want to borrow stuff that comes before, you have to treat it with respect. That's all I'm saying.
Why is he talking for me? I'm so confused.
What? What are you talking for? Because I said you don't agree with me?
Well, you didn't even give me a chance to disagree or agree with you. You just went Fucking, do you need a keyboard? Hold on, I'll mail you a keyboard so that you can smash it against something.
I'm angry if they mistreat old stuff that I like and they piss on it. It's pissing me off. That's all.
So okay, I want to go to what Lewis just said about police.
Full on angry German kid.
Right? He's the angry German. Come on, you don't tell me you've never heard of Angry German Kid.
What is it?
He was a content creator that made scripted angry videos for views back in the day. And he was like smashing apart his computer, which ironically never worked. It was actually a broken computer. That's why you never actually saw the monitor on, because the monitor was never on. He had his camera angled a specific way, so I think it was like a side view. So you just saw him going, and he was like throwing stuff around, smashing things and going crazy over supposedly.
For comedic effect.
Yeah. So like, oh god, I can't stand him. He's such a dick fuck. No, I'm sorry. I got into a fight with him too. Fuck.
I met him one time in person. He was very nice to me, but
so he was what was it? He was playing like Ghost of Tsushima, and he said this is the best game ever made or something like that. And I said, really? The best game ever made? I mean, I love the game, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's the best game ever made. And because of that comment that I made, he blocked me. And I'm like, what? Are you for real? Like, you're going to block me because I don't agree with you? What is... And then ever since then, I've had total no respect for him. Like, I mean, I'm sorry. If he's going to be that much of a child, because...
The same happened with the new Star Trek movies and Spock. It was a nice transition.
If he's going to be that much of a child because I didn't agree with him over something, I don't like those kind of people. Like,
yeah,
dude...
I don't... Sorry, go ahead, I'm sorry.
You know what? You interrupted me. I'm going to have to block you now, Stu. That's it.
The Star Trek movies thing, like, if you don't like the new Spock, you don't have to like him. I actually like, I think the...
Which new Spock are we talking about?
Well,
Are we talking about Zach Quinto?
Did an okay job. He did an okay job. And the guy in Strange New Worlds also does a fine job. Ethan something or other, I forget his last name now. But I was more talking for Star Trek before.
Blocking for everyone, like vote for Stu.
Discovery in general is like
vote for Stu.
Picard was not a good show for the most part, even though it did
terrible. But, anytime Starfleet wants to swear at my man Picard, I'm going to punch them in the throat.
That's funny.
Now the new thing is people are angry about the new Starfleet Academy show because apparently there's gay Klingons in that, and everybody's like, Klingons were never gay. Yeah, there's a gay Klingon on the show.
I think there's like a fat Klingon. I think that's what they're upset
about. No. There is a gay Klingon on the show, and that's what everybody's upset about.
It's a fat woman, Jem'Hadar. That's what it is.
That's not what people are pissed off about, though. They're pissed off that there is a gay
about the fat Jem'Hadar too, and that there's a woman Jem'Hadar. Because in Deep Space Nine, apparently there's one part where they say there are no women because they're all like grown from like cells or something like that. So, but to me that's silly because like it's supposed to take place like 1,000 years later or something. So like, I mean, why can't
what I don't understand is all these people.
Seinfeld, not there's anything wrong with it.
What I don't understand is all these diehard Star Trek fans are against this, against that, against the other thing. But whatever happened to infinite diversity and infinite combinations, right? Was not the line?
Yeah, IDIC or IDIC. When Star Trek Voyager came out, there were a lot of people upset that Tim Russ was playing a Black Vulcan. They're like, we never played Black Vulcans before. Like, how is there a Black Vulcan all of a sudden? So I guess some of that is just people getting upset about things that are different. Like they expect things to be a certain way, but for the most part,
I'm sure that when Picard, when Next Generation came out, people were like, "Why is there a bald captain? I don't want a bald captain. He looks like my grandfather. I don't want my grandfather piloting the Enterprise."
Well, I think the reason why Riker exists at all is because like Gene Roddenberry even wasn't comfortable. He didn't think that people would accept having just like an old captain. He'd have also a young lead too. So that's why they have like two white guys, basically.
Did you never see Patrick Stewart shared that shared the behind the scenes photos of the Next Generation, and Gene Roddenberry brought in a wig and forced Patrick Stewart to wear this wig. And then they did takes with the wig and everything like that, and it's absolutely terrible.
Yeah, it looks horrible, apparently.
Oh, no, it is. It's really bad. And he was, like, so angry because apparently Patrick Stewart was hired and cast...
Speaking on what Stu was talking about earlier, I'm tired of all these legacy sequels to like 30-40-year-old movies that nobody's ASCII.
But still, people go see it. That's the problem.
I actually...
If people didn't see these movies, that they would stop making them. But the problem is people are dumb and they're like, oh, Starsky and Hutch? There's a movie now? Oh, I remember seeing Starsky and Hutch TV show. Like, I'll go watch that. Like,
yeah.
Like, for example, I heard a Goonies 2 movie is actually in the works.
Wow. I'm surprised about
that. So I want to bring something up that Lewis said earlier. He was talking about Police Squad. I want to point out that Police Squad was a series that came out before the Naked Gun movies. Now, what ended up happening was Police Squad was supposed to go longer, and they had a lot more episodes in the works. And for whatever reason, I think it was the ratings weren't the best on that show or something like that. And so they ended up canceling the show, but they still had all those extra episodes, so they mashed them into movie format. I think they mashed like 6 episodes.
They didn't mash anything.
No, they did. They did. I read about it. They mashed it all together.
6 episodes, but they're not the same. It's not even the same actors. Like
what are you talking about?
The two main actors are the same. But what's his name? What's the guy's name that O.J. Simpson plays? What's his name? I forget now.
He was written into the movies. He was, of course, he wasn't.
How can they write them into the movies if it's just a bunch of TV shows slammed together?
They wrote in new characters. Have you never seen TV shows where they write in new characters? Come on, Stu.
But you're saying they take the scripts and they mash them together.
Yeah,
Is that what you mean?
They still had episodes left to film, but they got canceled off of TV, so they made them into movies. It's the same fucking thing that Gene Roddenberry did when he created Star Trek the Animated Series. It's the same shit. No, it's the same shit. When Gene Roddenberry did Star Trek, let me finish. Let me finish. When Gene Roddenberry did Star Trek the Animated Series, it was because the final season of the original series of Star Trek, nobody wanted to pick it up. Nobody was interested. He went to multiple different companies, or not companies, what do you call them? Broadcasters, and nobody was interested. And so he did it animated because somebody finally decided to pick it up, but they wanted it to be a fucking cartoon. Then he hires the creators or the animators of fucking He-Man, Masters of the Universe, to do the animation. And then it got picked up as this animated series, but then of course, fucking Walter Koenig didn't want a part of it because it was animated. He didn't want to be a part of a cartoon. Filmation, thank you.
Yeah, it's Walter Koenig, by the way. Wikipedia says, after the success of Airplanes, Zucker looked to do another spoof comedy as a movie. Initially, they could not come up with a plot, so Paramount's Michael Eisner accepted with a 6-episode television deal, despite their desire to make a film. The series Police Squad was canceled at the end of the contract. Zucker continued to make films, but they still wanted to come back to spoof comedy, and then working for their Police Squad concept, they found adding a romance. So I don't think it's true that it was canceled. They just made there was only a 6-episode contract. Maybe they had other ideas. I don't know, but anyway.
So,
did you watch the new Naked Gun movie?
No, I have no interest.
And I didn't watch it. It's like, yeah, this is a great example. It's like, why?
Yeah, I have no interest in it. If it's not Leslie Nielsen, I have no fucking interest.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so I actually have. I'm not on your side. Don't you dare threaten me with a bad time. So
ask for it now again.
I actually have. I'll share it on a photo of it on the Discord podcast section, but I actually have the entire series of Police Squad.
The guy from Schindler's List in it now.
Schindler's, not Schindler's. But anyway, I have the entire series of Police Squad on DVD. They released a box set of it, and it's really good. It has like behind the scenes shit in it and everything. They got an entire blooper reel. It's really cool. Really cool box set. A lot of people didn't realize, I guess, that Police Squad, the series, ended up getting a release on DVD, but it did. And I have it, along with all the Naked Gun movies, on DVD as well. So that's why I know what if I hadn't owned the DVD set of Police Squad, I wouldn't have known what Lewis was talking about, because I never watched it on TV back then.
Movies on CDI. Fun fact.
Oh, probably. I mean, they're also on Blu-ray too, aren't they? One series that I'm pissed off is not coming on DVD is The Orville. So let me explain what I'm talking about here. So they released the first 2 seasons of The Orville on DVD, And for somebody like me who is a collector, I bought them, both the seasons. And then everybody's like, well, season 3 has already aired. Like, it aired a long time ago. Why the fuck? Where's the fucking DVD set of season 3? And Seth MacFarlane came out and said, well, here's the thing. The third season was made for a streaming service. I think it was like Hulu or something like that. And Hulu is forbidding them to release the third season on DVD. So
what?
It's like, I don't know. Hulu's a bit of a cunt from all I've heard from different filmmakers and shit like that. A lot of people say that Hulu is just miserable to work for. There is not going to be a third season on DVD. They're not allowed to make it. And now they're not even owned by anybody because they're having it. They've already filmed the 4th season of The Orville, but nobody wants to fucking air it. They can't find anybody who's willing to take it on, and so it's just sitting in fucking limbo until they can find somebody who has the balls to want to air the show. I don't know what the hell is going on, whether people saw the 4th season and were like, oh, that's too risque for television. I don't fucking know. But
Damn, a shame.
Yeah, so the Orville is sitting in limbo because of that. And the only reason I know that it was already filmed was because I think his name is Rick Grimes, or not Rick Grimes. Rick Grimes is from Walking Dead. Grimes, I can't remember his first name, but anyway, he's one of the actors on the Orville. He talked about
the red-haired guy.
Yeah, he talked about it on his Twitter that they already finished filming a while back. Scott Grimes, thank you. You know what I remember him the most from? He played Sergeant Malarkey on Band of Brothers. That's the thing I remember him from the most. Such a good fucking movie series. Yeah, it was done by Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg, joint collab. Really well done. One of my favorite series ever made, and I have the box set of that as well. I love it. And its sequel. It had a sequel too, but the sequel it was all new characters and everything, and set in a new war, the Pacific, which was based on the Vietnam War. And that was also done by the same collab, Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg.
What about Scott Grimes? You're like drifting.
Yeah, no. So I'm just saying that Scott Grimes said that the Orville 4th season is done filming. It's just that they can't get anyone to pick it up.
Did they actually do all the post production too?
Yeah, it's finished. It's just in limbo.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And my understanding was that Seth MacFarlane.
Before, and I asked you if Adrian Palicki came back, and you said you weren't sure. I think because they should know that. I mean, I think that would be public knowledge, I guess. But she wasn't sure she was gonna come back. She wanted to come back. She could come back.
I need Quantum Leap set box.
What? Hold on. Why did she think she couldn't come back?
I don't know what the reason was.
Quantum Leap set box has been out for years. Lewis. Oh, he's talking about the new series? I'm not interested in that.
Maybe. My wife was watching it. I wasn't really interested either. But even the old series, I wouldn't really want to set it out either because it's an amazing show. It didn't freaking end. They just it's where his name was. What's his name again? Dr. Sam Beckett never made it home. Come on, you watch a show for a bunch of seasons and it's sorry, schmuck, you never made it home. You're why did I watch that?
He made it home. I'll tell you where. You know where he ended up? I'll tell you.
No.
I'm going to tell you right here. For the first time ever, guys, I'm going to reveal something that Hollywood has been hiding from you for ages. I'm going to reveal where Sam Beckett. I'm going to reveal where Sam Beckett ended up in Starfleet.
Come on, man. That's a different guy.
Well, no, not really. Not really. Yeah.
Hierarchy, well, you're right. I mean, don't I deserve to get a closure if I'm going to watch something or play a game or something like that? It shouldn't be just We couldn't think of the ending, so that's it. Goodbye. Thanks, guys. Monty Python. I'll tell you, the only thing that I've ever seen that I did not feel was completely ruined by like a lack of a good ending was Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and that honestly that should have been ruined too. But like the whole movie is so brilliant that you can't. I could not I couldn't take it like too, but plus it's all a joke, so like I couldn't take it too seriously. But in general, the lack of a good ending really can ruin a whole bunch of hard work. So that's my opinion.
What do you mean? The ending was fantastic. They all get arrested.
That's stupid. That's not fantastic. That's stupid.
It was the fact that they were all making a documentary, wasn't it? And then they all got arrested.
No, they got arrested because like there was this one scene where some guy, some historian was talking about
Seinfeld ending is that you Shenmue 2 ends on a cliffhanger which wasn't followed for a really long time, yet it didn't bother me really. I still love that game.
My favorite was Curb Your Enthusiasm had a really good ending to the series where Larry David gets arrested and it doesn't the exact same as the Seinfeld ending, where Larry David gets arrested and in the court, everybody who he's wronged throughout the entire series run comes back and basically calls him out on everything he's done wrong. And he gets arrested, but then his friend posts bail. And then, Jerry Seinfeld posts bail for him. That's what it is. And then as they're walking out of the jailhouse, Jerry Seinfeld goes, "Oh my God, I just realized that's how we should have ended Seinfeld, with us posting bail. Why didn't we do that?" And then Larry David goes, "Oh my God, you're right. Why didn't we do that?" He's like, "I know, it would have been so much better."
Obviously they're joking. They didn't really mean that, but it would have been some better, honestly. But like Seinfeld did end sort of stupidly. Everybody hated that ending, if you remember.
Well, that was the parody of the ending of Curb Your Enthusiasm. They did it properly, and then they made fun of the fact that they didn't do it properly for Seinfeld.
Yeah, I get it. But do you think they really felt they did it wrong for Seinfeld, or they're just making fun of all the fans?
No. So what I think is that when it got such negative criticism, they felt bad how it ended. Because there is an episode.
It's not the type of guy would care. He'd just be like, screw the fans. I don't give a crap. That's what I would imagine. But
he's not as much of a dick as you might think he is. No, those are characters on a show.
I've seen interviews and stuff that I thought were very not my type of guy.
So during Curb Your Enthusiasm, there was an episode, a month, a whole season devoted to it, where Larry David is bringing back Seinfeld, and it's like and they do bring it back, but they bring it back on Curb Your Enthusiasm. They bring back the entire cast. And they film a bunch of new episodes of Seinfeld, and you can only watch it on Curb Your Enthusiasm basically, but it's the entire process, and they had the actual sets and everything, and it was like behind the scenes as well, because it was like there's always some backstory with Curb Your Enthusiasm, and in this one it was that Larry David loaned Jason Alexander, who played George, a pen, and George started chewing on the pen, and Larry David is a germaphobe, and Larry David's like, "I don't want the pen back," and Jason Alexander is like, "What are you talking about? It's just a pen. Take the pen." And he's like, "It's like, I don't want the pen back. You had it in your mouth. You probably had it in your ass. I don't want the fucking pen back." And they're fighting back and forth, and Jason Alexander is like, "Yeah, that's what I did, Larry. I took your pen and shoved it up my ass." He's like, it's like It was really funny. It was really funny. But it's all like the entire thing is.
That would be something. That's actually a great example of something where if they came back and they just redid it and continued the show, that would be worth it because like they ended it like at their peak, and everybody like, everybody enjoyed it. And it was like really cool. Like if they just came back and they were like Seinfeld, the current generation or whatever.
Yeah.
They're not approaching. You know what I mean? Like Seinfeld today, or whatever they want to call it.
Yeah.
People would like that. But most of the stuff they revive is so unnecessary. And then they revived like Roseanne, and they kicked Roseanne off the show.
Well, that was not by choice. They kicked her off because of the horrible racist thing she was saying on her Twitter.
It was still by choice. Like they still did it, obviously.
No. But had she not done what she did with the racist remarks, they would have probably kept her on the show.
Well, of course they would have kept her. I'm just saying, like, I don't like the fact that they, regardless of what she did, like, they could end the show. They could basically be like, okay, she died. Like, like, we're moving on without her. Like, that's not cool in my opinion.
Well, hold on. Obviously, you never watched the original Seinfeld where Dan dies of a heart attack during the series.
We're talking about Roseanne now, that's Seinfeld.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Roseanne. The original Roseanne, Dan died of a heart attack. It was just going full circle.
What do you mean Dan died of a heart attack?
Oh my God! Did you never watch the ending of the original Roseanne at all?
No, I never saw it.
Oh well, then there you go. There's the problem. That's why you don't understand. That's why you don't understand the new ending. Then, so Dan, how Roseanne originally ended, and this was Roseanne who wrote this script, and it was absolutely terrible. Everybody hated it. So basically, how Roseanne ended was Dan dies of heart. So the episode before the final episode, Dan and Roseanne are in a park and they're renewing their wedding vows or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was. But Dan ends up having a heart attack on the park bench next to Roseanne. Yeah, and he dies, yes. And then can I finish?
No.
No. Okay, so you're gonna come up with your own Stu's Game Reviews version of it, I guess. But anyway, what ends up happening is the very next episode, it shows that Roseanne, the entire series was made up, and that Roseanne was writing a script for a novel, and that Roseanne is actually a lesbian and she never had a husband and kids, and that all of the entire series was made up in her mind.
Well, that's pretty stupid.
Right, exactly. And I think what ended up happening was because Roseanne demanded that be the ending for the original Roseanne, that was a bit of a fuck you when they fired Roseanne. They were just like, you know what? Fuck you, bitch. You're dead now.
That could be. That's possible.
No, I'm pretty sure that is very much what happened.
You know what also I just remembered? Did you see the new Beetlejuice movie?
No, don't want to.
I didn't see it either. I also don't want to. But
my mom saw it. My mom is a massive fan of Beetlejuice, the original movie, and she saw the new one, and she said it was amazing. So I don't know.
Some of my family members saw it. You know what? Honestly, the reason why I was not interested in it was because Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis's character.
The original is great.
And they basically just say like, "Hey, what happened?" They're in the same house, and supposedly like they have to live in. They're like cursed or haunted or whatever to live in that house. Like the movie takes place like in the same house, and they say, "Hey, where are they? Where are those two ghosts?" And then they're like, "Oh yeah, they moved on." That's like the only explanation they give. Apparently, the actual reason was because
they didn't want to do this.
Yeah, no, they didn't want to de-age them, and they should not have aged because they're ghosts. But like, it's like okay, like I get it.
Obviously, no Jeffrey Jones in the sequel, lol.
Well, that was the thing I was going to say. The fact that
Jeffrey Jones is arrested.
So Jeffrey Jones. He was
pedophile. He was arrested. Yeah.
I don't know exactly what it was with him, but I know he had some legal troubles, and apparently he's allegedly not a great guy. I don't know anything about it. But what they did was, not that they didn't have him in the movie, but and for those who don't know, he's the guy who played like the father of.
They had him. They killed him off. They killed him off.
They killed him off, but not only did they kill him off, they made like.
So this podcast is just a dream of Grotto after watching the new Star Trek cartoons.
Captain O'Hara, who also died recently, she tells a story about how he was in a plane crash that crashed into the water, and then he was eaten by a shark. and they have this whole thing. They have this whole thing animated that shows him like crashing in the water, and like it's a likeness of the actor, and then like he gets eaten by a shark. I just thought that was really disrespectful. Like I understand, like you don't want to have him in the movie because he was a bad guy. I'm not saying you should like do anything nice for the guy or whatever, anything like that. But
Don't even
still, it's like
mention him.
you don't mention him. You don't have to like shit on him too. Like what? Why is that necessary? Like it's just like you know what I mean? Like I don't know. If maybe they thought he was such a bad guy, he deserved it. But I just felt like I don't like hitting a person when they're down. I just thought it was unnecessary personally.
It's like they didn't include him, but included him at the same time.
Right. They didn't include him.
Yeah.
But they sort of crapped on him. Like they should have just left him out. They just be like, oh yeah, we got divorced, like whatever. That could be the end of it. And he was
Yeah.
eaten by sharks and whatever else. So that's what I'm saying before. Like I think that these guys who make these new movies and stuff,
Yeah.
they're not respectful enough to the previous, to what came before. And it's not just for remakes. It's like like there's like 50 Superman movies and 100 Batman movies, and it's like
Yeah.
they just make up their own thing. Like, I want to tell this story now. Well, good for you, but you know what? Superman's been around since 1938, and Batman's been around since 1939, and you don't like really have the right to just be like, I'm just going to make up whatever I want. It has to be based on what came before.
You saying that, I gotta say, the worst Batman I've ever seen movie-wise. Any of the ones done by Joel Schumacher. I'm sorry, that director is a fucking idiot. I have no respect.
I heard they're horrible.
Oh my god. Why does the Batmobile drive up walls? Why does the Batmobile drive up side of buildings? I'm sorry, it's so fucking retarded. Yes.
So that was Batman and Robin, and then
Batman Forever, and then Batman and Robin. Batman and Robin, he pulls out a Bat credit card and stuff. Everything about the movies are so fucking dumb.
Nipples Batsuit.
The nipples Batsuit. So they made fun of him. A lot of you may not know this unless you're a die-hard fan of Batman the Animated Series like I am. I have the series on DVD because I love it. I have the series on Blu-ray, not DVD. And the Blu-ray remaster is so fucking beautiful. One of the best Blu-ray remasters
is a really great movie
I've ever seen.
What I can tell, he's
So
a good director when it comes to non-Batman films.
The Batman hold on, Pirate Gamer. So the Batman the Animated Series Blu-ray is in such beautiful quality and has like a ton of features and everything. But there is one episode of Batman the Animated Series where it's following these kids that are walking around outside Gotham City, and they're telling different stories about Batman and who they feel Batman is like. And so they have all these different actors playing Batman in this episode. And because it's different renditions of Batman. And so they cover a Frank Miller version of Batman in it. He's like, the one kid's like, you know what I heard about Batman? That he's got like machine guns and he kills everybody. He's like, and then they show like this dark, demented version of Batman, and he's like got machine guns and everything, and he's voiced by fucking Michael Ironside, and he's like, die scum, and he's like killing criminals and stuff. But it gets even better because there's this one kid in this group named Joel, and it's a rip on Joel Schumacher. Even the writers said this. And he goes, you know what I heard about Batman? That he's got suits with rubber nipples and that his Batmobile drives up buildings. And then all the other kids turn to this Joel guy and goes, shut up, Joel. Nobody cares. It's so funny. I love it. I laughed my ass off.
Have you seen Falling Down?
No, I don't even know what that is.
Falling Down is a movie with Michael Douglas and Robert Duvall, who just passed away recently.
Okay.
It's a movie about this guy who...
Shut up, Butters.
He basically loses his job, and he got divorced from his wife, and he's like... But he's sort of starting to snap, and he like basically completely snaps. He's still like driving to work, even though like he lost his job. There's such terrible traffic that he's like literally like not moving traffic on a highway. He ends up just like opening the door and walking out of the car and abandoning the car and just like walking off the highway and like leaving, and he's trying to get to where he thinks his home is, which is where his wife lives with his kid. but actually he's divorced and he's not really thinking straight. And then like,
you forgot the briefcase.
I guess he has a briefcase with him. There's all these different. He keeps running into people that try to take advantage of him one way or the other, different ways, and then he ends up like getting more and more psychotic as it goes along. Like the first thing that happens is he goes into like these things are taking advantage of. He goes into a convenience store, and he wants to buy a soda, and the guy and it's like some. He's not Indian. I don't know what nationality this guy was supposed to be, but he goes like. How much is it for a soda? And the guy says like $1. And he's like $1? Like it's always used to be 75 cents. And the guy's like $1. And then like he's like, why is it so expensive? I don't understand. And then the guy's like, you get out of my store. And then like he ends up pulling a baseball bat and he tries to like hit him with the baseball bat, but like he fights him and he takes the baseball bat away. And then he's like, he's like, soda was always 75 cents back in the day. How much is it now? The guy's like $1, and then he takes the baseball bat, like smashes like the whole store up, and like smashes everything. And then at the end, he's like, "How much is that soda now?" The guy's like, 75 cents, and he's like, "Okay, thank you very much." And he takes the soda and he pays.
Well, if it isn't Grotto and Stu
with the baseball bat. So now he's armed with a baseball bat. So when the next thing happens to him, he has a baseball bat. It keeps escalating.
It's a really good scene.
On the one hand, you like the movie because like this guy is sort of like saying things that like you want to say too, but like he's crazy, so like you would never do that, and he's doing things like that.
Okay, if you guys like that, you're gonna love the movie. Oh God. What's it called?
Thinking about that.
Hang on.
On the other hand, it's like about a guy who descends into insanity, and Michael Douglas has said that this is his favorite film that he's ever made, and I agree. I think it is his best. But you're right; it's relatively unknown. Very, very good film, and I would say it's not Robert Duvall's best film because he was great in the Godfather movies, but he also has a great part in that movie. He's like the cop that's about to retire, that's trying to like figure out what's going on and like chase this guy down.
So there is a movie that came out in 2011. By Bobcat Goldthwait. He directed and wrote it, called God Bless America. I actually have it. It's about a guy who gets diagnosed with a brain tumor.
By Joel Schumacher as well.
It's about a guy who gets
on the level of falling down though.
It's about a guy who gets diagnosed with a brain tumor, and he is just miserable with his life, and he goes back and he's watching like TV and everything and seeing how
the guy from How to Be Perfect.
He goes home and he's watching like TV and he realizes how much America has declined, like as a society, like how people have become negative and everything's all like reality shows and bullshit and nonsense and politics are all fucked up.
So he goes like, why is America declining so much? I can't do a stupid voice, but is it like that? One of those things, Bobcat Goldthwait?
Bobcat Goldthwait is not in it, you idiot. It's not. It's a dark comedy. I said Bobcat Goldthwait wrote and directed it. He's not in it.
Oh, he's not in it.
Also, Bobcat Goldthwait hasn't done that voice since the 80s. Jesus Christ. You're living in the past, Stu. You're living in the past. All right. The last time Bobcat Goldthwait did that voice was in the Police Academy movies. Anyway, no. God. You fucked me up here with that.
I still love, by the way, the Police Academy movies, the part where he goes and he does...
I only know him through that game. He does that voice throughout the entire game. The game is from 1994.
Gene made a machine. Joe made it go. And Art blew a fart and blew the whole damn thing apart. Like, wow, that's beautiful.
What? No. What was that?
I think it was Police Academy was from. It's like he goes and recites some poetry for this girl, this blonde-haired girl.
I uploaded footage of it to TW's too. I commented about it on your Johnny Cocktails video since it's by the same company.
Oh, the Highly Perfect? That it's a game? I thought you were talking about a movie.
All right. So anyway, let me continue with what I was going to say about this movie. So what ends up happening is this guy buys a bunch of guns and decides that anybody pisses him off in America, he's going to blow their face off. And so then he ends up he's got a brain tumor and no reason to live. So what ends up happening is anybody who just pisses him off in America, he just like it doesn't matter. It could be anything. He just pulls out a gun and shoots them, and so it covers a bunch of really interesting stuff. He goes against gay rights activists, or not gay rights activists, anti-gay activists, because there's one part in the movie where like they're like all gathered together in a park in, I guess, New York, and he sees them, and so he drives through them with his car and flattens them all. He's like, "Fuck you, you motherfuckers," and he like kills them all.
It does sound a little bit like the falling down, but he's not as violent in falling down, but absolutely.
Well, let me continue. So he ends up finding this girl who's like, I guess in her like mid-20s, and she feels the same way as him. She's like, yes, society's all fucked. And then they both decide to work together to fix America by killing anybody who shouldn't exist in America.
It's like that game we played together.
What game?
It's like that what was it called? The Silver Case. There was like this guy who was like, I forget his name now.
I kind of forgot that game even existed. I kind of wanted to,
block it out. I know.
block it out of my memory because it was so fucking horrendous. But thanks for bringing it up again.
Who loved the serial killer, and they were like trying to like do crazy shit together. I don't remember anymore. It made no sense, but yeah.
I don't know. It's a Suda 51 game. That's all I need to know. But I don't know. That's the other thing. I don't know what happened to him. He went off the deep end. His games used to be so fucking good. I loved Lollipop Chainsaw. I also loved Shadows of the Damned, but his newer stuff is just absolute trash. It's like, dude, what did you do? Take a bunch of shrooms and decide to make games? I don't understand. Like, his new stuff is absolutely horrendous compared to what he used to be.
I think he just doesn't care anymore. It's like Trump. It's like, I'll just do whatever, who cares?
Yeah.
As long as it's funny.
Yeah, it's not even funny. It's just trash.
Oh, he thinks it's funny. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, that's what I think is what it is, but I could be wrong.
I don't know. But anyway, so what ends up happening in this movie is that after he goes after everybody. He goes after these rich snobby kids that use their parents for money, and they just go after everyone in the movie. There's one part in the movie when they're watching a movie in a theater, and this guy's phone rings and he starts talking on his phone in front of them in the theater, and him and the girl are in the seat behind him, behind this one dude who's talking on his phone, and he goes, "Hey, buddy, can you turn your goddamn fucking phone off? We're trying to watch a movie." And then the guy turns around and says, "Go fuck yourself, Grandpa," and whatever. And so he pulls out a handgun and goes, "Grandpa!" and then blows his face off, the guy talking on the phone. And then there's another guy near them who's like in shock, and he turns the gun on the guy in shock, and he's like, "Are we gonna have a problem here?" He's like, "No, that was badass." It's like a comedy. It's like a dark comedy.
Talking
but
during movies is bullshit.
Hold on. What ends up happening? The finale of the movie is they're going. So the final location of the movie is they go to America's Got not America's Got Talent. They go to what's that other one? American Idol. They go to American Idol, and they go to kill every of the contestants who think that they have talent or something like that. Or I can't remember exactly how it went, but something like that. And On the way there, as they're driving there, the doctor calls and and he says, "Oh, by the way, I don't know how to tell you this, but when I diagnosed you with the brain tumor, I was accidentally looking at the wrong patient sheet. You're totally fine. There's nothing wrong."
Oh my god.
And so he's like, "Well, I'm already wanted by the law. I killed like half of the U.S. I might as well finish it off." And so they continue with what they're doing. They go to American Idol and they shoot up the whole place. And then what ends up happening is SWAT shows up and kills them both. And that's how the movie ends.
That's crazy.
It's actually really good, though. It's a good movie. I actually really enjoyed it.
Well, I mean, that's the type of thing where the whole thing is crazy. I mean, that's what happens in Falling Down, too, by the way. He also dies at the end. Like, there's no other way it could end at that point. It's like, I don't like the ending, but it's another example.
I see it has a 7.1 on IMDb.
But I think the reason why we brought that up to begin with is because there's definitely directors who are not good with one type of movie and they're good with other type of movie. Like, there's a lot of examples probably, but the one that comes to my mind right now is Robert Wise, who was an Academy Award-winning director of like The Sound of Music and other stuff. He was also the director of Star Trek: The Motion Picture, and his style of directing was not good for it. It wasn't like an epic the same way that Sound of Music is. So it didn't really work very well. So it depends on what it is. Sometimes you can have one director who's great at something and they're not great at something else.
You just reminded me of something. I have a story to tell you. So I worked on a movie. So I'm sure I've told you this before, but I have been an actor in multiple Hollywood movies in the past.
Movie isn't good in your opinion.
But yes, I've told you this before.
Just kidding.
I was in a movie called sorry, one sec. I was in a oh god, what was it called? It was such a stupid. It was like
creative name for a movie. Sorry, one sec. I'd like to actually see.
No. That's not the name of the movie, smartass. Sorry, 1 second. Could you imagine if that was the name of a movie? Oh my god, that would have been.
For a movie, in my opinion.
Directed by Jerry Seinfeld. Sorry, 1 second. Hold on. The Summit. There we go. The Summit was the name of the movie, and it was a 4-hour movie, and it dealt with the G8 summit coming to Canada, which ended up happening actually, or the G. It's either the G8 or the G20 summit. But what ends up happening is terrorists come and they unleash an airborne virus and stuff. It's a crazy movie, but I'm in it. I play a reporter. But Christopher Plummer is in it as the President of the United States.
Cool.
And Christopher Plummer was in. I don't know. Christopher Plummer was in The Sound of Music. He played Von Trapp or whatever the fuck his name was.
Von Trapp.
And he literally told all of us,
he's Canadian,
all of the background cast and everybody. He said, "I don't mind meeting you all, but if any of you come up to me and bring up The Sound of Music, I do not want to talk to you."
That's fine. I think you did tell me this before, but it's funny.
Yeah, he had no interest in hearing about The Sound of Music at all.
Credited in it?
Yes, I am credited in it. I've been credited in multiple films. I was in.
Talk about Star Trek 6?
I never actually talked to him. I got to be honest, Stu. When I was a part of these movies, it left a really bad taste in my mouth because a lot of these actors, these Hollywood actors.
Is that how you got the job?
You're such a fucking cunt. You're such a fucking cunt.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Smart ass. No, they're just all dicks. They're all dicks. Between takes.
You are going. You're making it even better.
The actors, they're just assholes. They're just so fucking nasty.
A lot of people are.
oh my God. And I was like,
Because I see nobody named Jeremy in it on IMDb.
on what? The Summit? I don't, well,
The
maybe
Venom
I wasn't,
Bubble.
maybe I wasn't credited in that one, but I was credited in Running Mates. Um, I'm pretty sure my name was in the credits of the Summit. I have the Summit on,
Yeah.
yeah, I have the Summit on DVD, so I'll have to maybe look. Maybe I wasn't credited in that one. I was credited in Above the Line.
Peter Feniak-reporter. Is what I see.
There's more than one reporter in the movie, dude. There is multiple. Because it was like a terrorist attack. There was multiple reporters. I know I'm in the movie because I have the movie and I know I'm in it because I've seen the scenes with me in it. But anyway, so there's one part where I'm driving Christopher Plummer in a golf cart, and it was filmed at Deerhurst Resort. And he had just finished a round of golf or some shit, and it wasn't a talking scene because they were filming us from a distance, and oh my God, Christopher Plummer was such an asshole. Like, I'm sorry, he was a dick. And I'm driving him around in the cart, and he was just like, God, I can't wait for this fucking film to be over. He's like, just miserable as hell. And I was thinking to myself, God, I don't even want to talk to him because I'm worried that I'm gonna like piss him off and he's gonna try to strangle me in the golf cart or something. I don't know. Like he was
The
just.
problem is you can be thrown off the production too. Like if I'm sure he had all the power to do whatever he wanted to do. So if you went over to him and you went like, like, the Von Trapp family singers, I'm sure like, he would have you like thrown out or something. That's what I'd probably want to do.
I wouldn't have done that anyway because A, I hate the sound of music, unlike most people there apparently. But B, I I I just don't care about that kind of stuff. Like I don't. Like I'm not gonna go up to an actor and be like, "Oh my God, I loved you," and I don't do that.
You could say like, hey, I really thought I really
I'm not a
appreciate
big
your
musical
performance in
guy in
Sound of Music.
general.
Don't give you like a kiss ass.
I like musicals, but I'm not the sound of music. So I've seen musicals before. I mean, like one of my favorites is The Greatest Showman with Hugh Jackman. That
I
was a
never
really
saw
good.
that. That's pretty recent, right? I want to
Yeah,
see it. I heard it's
a
good.
couple of years ago. It's about the inventor of the circus. Yeah, it was
You
really
liked
good.
it?
I loved it. I thought it was brilliant. I actually
Yeah, I heard
have
it's good.
I actually have all of the music on CD. I ended up buying the CD of the music because I loved it that much, which is rare for me. I don't normally do that. But yeah, I don't mind musicals. I mean, I've covered musical games on my channel, right, in the past. Remember that one game that I streamed? And you were wisecracking it like you normally do. But it was that Stray Gods. Remember that game? And like it was like it was like a almost like a Telltale game in a sense, but there was like musical numbers in it, and the musical numbers were based off of how you answered um, specific things. Do you remember that game, Stu?
What was it called?
Stray Gods. I streamed it on my channel in the past. It was really good. The music in it was
I don't
fucking
remember.
amazing.
Sounds familiar, but I don't
The
remember.
music in it was amazing, like hardcore rock and shit like that, but so fucking good. But anyway, they released a DLC for that game actually, and I'm considering streaming the DLC because I've never streamed it yet, and it also has really good music in it as well. But
Can you invite
uh,
me to the show, play?
no, not allowed. Yeah, give me a sec.
The music of the PlayStation is driving me crazy.
Yeah, I know. I remember that last time you told me. But another one that I know I'm credited in, Pirate Gamer Boy, look it up on IMDb, is uh, Running Mates. Yes, Running Mates. So there's two movies for Running Mates. You want to look for the one that's with oh what the fuck was his name? Paolo Mancini, I think his name is. Hang on, let me look it up myself. Running Mates, IMDb. All right, so there's two Running Mates movies. There's a 1992 film that's obviously not the one I'm in. Then there was another one that was made in like the 2000s. Um, that's the one I was in. Yeah, 2000. No, wait, no, sorry. Wait, what? I guess there's 3 Running Mate movies. What the fuck?
There's actually 17 Running Mate movies.
No, there isn't. Shut up. Don't listen to him. 2011. Okay, here we go. I found it. 2011. Running Mates 2011, IMDb. All right. So this movie was filmed all in all around. It stars Henry Winkler, DJ Qualls, and Graham Greene. Writers Paolo Mancini and Thomas Michael, who I'm still friends with actually on Facebook. But if you go to all cast and crew for that. Wait, did they not? Oh, maybe they didn't. That's so weird because I'm listed in the credits of that movie, but they don't put me up on the IMDb. That's kind of weird. So how does IMDb work then? Because I'm in the credits of that movie.
You don't like watch the whole movie and like put the credits up. They just do the best they can, I guess. So.
Wow.
That's so fucking weird. I swore that I saw my name in here before.
I actually removed it. It used to be there, but I asked them to take it down because it was offensive.
There you go. That sounds about right. But no, I'm actually credited in that movie. That was a really fun movie to be a part of. But it's really weird. It's a comedy, and it's about 2 friends who are running for mayor of a small town, and they're constantly trying to outdo each other. They're trying to one-up each other by pulling pranks on each other to try and sabotage each of their mayoral runs. And I was in it quite a lot. That's why I was credited in the cast, because I played one. So I played Thomas Michael, who was the lead actor in it. I played his cameraman. So I was the one who was going around and filming every quote unquote good thing he did, and every good thing he did was quote unquote scripted by the character. So like he'd be like, here's a prime example. So there's like one scene in the movie where he steals this little girl's cat, her kitten, hurls it into a tree, and then calls the fire department to come rescue the cat because it's going to make him look good on the news because he's running for mayor. And so that's like one of the scenes in the movie where he like sabotages. He everything is all like planned in advance, right? He has me as the cameraman. When the fire department comes, he's like, okay, quick, film me. The fire department's here, film me. And then I, as the cameraman, I would film him for his mayoral run. And he'd be like, oh, look, yeah, I saved a cat from a tree from a little girl by calling the fire department. That's the kind of guy you want as a mayor.
Nice.
It's such a good movie. And so Henry Winkler in that movie played the former mayor, the retiring mayor. And he's really nice. I will say he was really fucking nice. Really nice guy. And he treated everybody respect. I remember there's like one part behind this. This is behind the scenes. So basically, how it works on film sets is
nowadays
generally
movie you should be credited under the gamer's Grotto lol.
That would be retarded. No, that would be so weird. But anyway, going back to
Cop and a Half, a dumb movie I liked a lot when I was a kid.
So there, basically how it works on film sets is the big name actors eat first, then the production crew, and then the background talent. So basically with Running Mates, Henry Winkler said, here's what's going to happen. Because I've talked to a lot of the background crew, and they're starving. They haven't eaten all day. So here's what's going to happen. Either they eat with us when we eat, or I'm walking off your film set. And I'm not coming back. So Henry Winkler basically fought for the background.
That's why they didn't make the movie at the end of the day?
Shut up. No, the movie came out. Henry Winkler fought for the background. Smart ass. Henry Winkler. What?
Henry Winkler seems like a good guy, I said.
Yeah, he is. Very nice, very friendly. And yeah, no, he also really loved. So the film was filmed in Brooks Falls, Ontario, most of it anyway. And Henry Winkler really loved Brooks Falls so much so that he ended up buying a private home there. I guess he has multiple homes, and maybe he doesn't have the one in Brooks Falls anymore. But I know that when he was there, he ended up buying a home, and he talked about it. I think like the final. We're good. So you guys missed the start of the podcast where we were talking about the main topic of the podcast, which was, the wonderful wars that Trump is starting up there again. They're fantastic wars, aren't they, Stu? They're absolutely wonderful.
More than one home.
What? You're truly balling if you have more than one home. He's talking about when I was talking about Henry Winkler. But yeah, I guess since we're all here now, and when we talked about it earlier, nobody was here. So let's, I guess, go back to the original topic at hand, which is the wonderful war caused by the President of the United States, where he wants to bomb anybody who gets in his way. What do you think about that, Stu?
Like I said at the beginning, and this sounds like we're coming full circle. Really a good place to wrap up. I think that the people, the leaders of Iran that are getting killed definitely deserve it, and I'm not going to shed any tears for them.
Yes, I agree.
I think this is going to be, I think in theory, let's put it this way, in theory, this could be beneficial for the country and for the region and for the people, the Iranian people and the Persian people, I don't know how I feel about the actual war because I don't know if I can trust the people that are doing it.
What did you think of Trump's MAGA thing that he said?
What did he say?
Oh my God, you didn't hear about that? He's like,
no,
I've made a new thing. It's called MAGA, Make Iran Great Again. He actually said that on his fucking True Social, and I'm like, oh my God, you got to be fucking kidding me.
I didn't hear about that.
Oh yeah. And he also, what he wants to do is he wants to choose.
The question I have is why is it taking the Charlie Kirk case so long to give the guy a sentencing?
I have no idea.
What are you talking about? What do you mean Charlie Kirk sentence? Charlie Kirk is dead. What do you mean sentencing?
It's about the guy that supposedly killed him. But why is it taking so long to do that?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. There's so many weird things. Like, Trump pardoned all those people all those MAGA supporters that stormed Parliament, and one of them got out, and then
you mean Congress?
Congress. That's my bad. Yeah. But he pardoned all of them, and the final one that he pardoned more recently, when he got out, he proceeded to get out and then murder his wife and kids and went back in jail. And everybody's saying like, wow, that's great. Trump, you pardoned such a wonderful person.
He's pardoned a number of not so great people.
No.
Not just January 6th or whatever. I mean, I don't know about that, but like crypto people that like did some weird stuff in the crypto space, he pardoned those guys. Like, there's a lot of weird stuff going on. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't trust him because I don't know what his deal is overall, and therefore, like, even if he does something which seems like it could theoretically be the right thing to do, I don't know what his motives are, and B, even if he has good motives, if he's going to be able to execute on it like in the most effective way, given that it seems like not, operating completely with all of his faculties sometimes. I don't know. Some strange stuff is going on. I don't know.
So I agree with you that the people who were killed in Iran are bad people and deserve what happened to them.
Next, he's gonna issue Order 66.
Is that the Star Wars thing?
Yeah. I just the fact that he wants to kind of I don't even know what the word is to use, but he wants to like basically be involved in Iran's politics, and I'm thinking to myself, you can't even run America properly. Like, what? Now you want to get involved in Iran's politics? Stay in your own fucking field, you stupid monkey. What is your problem? Like, dude,
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you one thing. Like, I do, like in theory, if let's say we knew for a fact there'd be no other side effects, like in terms of geopolitical stability, which is definitely not the case. But if we knew that,
It's almost like America were never the good guys.
and we were willing to, and it was about like making sure that the world was a safer place,
hey, always asleep.
like, there's definitely like legitimate reasons to think that regime change would be a good thing because
Yeah,
like this Iranian Republic has been whatever they call it has been around since 1979, but they basically overthrew the Shah. They took over the country, and since then it's been a very oppressive regime. And if there's some way to get those guys out and make it back into some kind of, not that the Shah was perfect either. I mean, I've heard. I mean, I played a game. I streamed a game on my channel about the Iranian Revolution, and it sounds like he wasn't perfect either for sure. But the point is, I'm pretty sure he was better than those guys that came afterwards. If there's any way to get back to some kind of like something resembling a democracy, that would be really good for that country. However, I'm not sure if it's possible because I don't know if the Iranian, like, they're not going to stand up like a puppet government. I don't think. Like in Iraq, they tried that; it didn't work. There needs to be some people who are going to stand up and actually like sort of take over, and I'm not sure that that actually is going to happen. So the long-term outcome of this, we don't know at this point. Like it might be good, it might be worse. We just don't know.
well,
A lot of times they take somebody out and then a vacuum forms and
the
whatever comes in moves.
the latest thing Trump said, and it's been shared all over Facebook and everything. Let me see if I can find it. Hang on, I'll read it to you. Trump's latest tweet. I guess that's what they're called. Is that a tweet? A Truth Social tweet? Um, Wait, he's back on X? That doesn't make any sense. He was allowed back on X? That's kind of bad.
He was allowed back on X for a long time ago, but he said he wasn't going to go on it because he was happy with Truth Social.
Yeah. Trump's latest Truth Social post. There we go. That's what I should be looking up. He has a website called trumpstruths.org. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? All right, give me a sec here. Why am I... Okay, do I have to be signed in to look at his posts now? What the fuck is this shit? Oh no, here we go.
What are you looking at?
Give me a sec. He tweets so much things in one day, so I'm trying to find the specific one. Here we go. I think this is it. Yeah. Iran, which is
look at Stu's posts.
Iran, which is being beat to hell, he puts hell in capitals, has apologized and surrendered to its Middle East neighbors and promised that it will not shoot at them anymore. This promise was what?
When was this posted?
This was posted yesterday.
Okay.
At 6:11 in the morning.
That's not true. Because they have been shooting since then. So.
This promise was only made because of the relentless U.S. and Israeli attack. They were looking to take over and rule the Middle East. It is the first time that Iran has ever lost in thousands of years to surrounding Middle Eastern countries. They have said, "Thank you, President Trump." I have said, "You're welcome." Iran is no longer the bully of the Middle East. They are instead the loser of the Middle East and will be for many decades until they surrender or more likely completely collapse. Today, Iran will be hit very hard with bombs for complete destruction and certain death because of Iran's bad behavior to me and to the people of the United States that were not considered for targeting up until this moment in time. What? It's all over the place. And then he says at the end, thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. So basically what I take from this is that he's going to bomb the shit out of the Iran until nobody is left there. That's what it sounds like to me, based on this tweet.
I don't know about nobody's left, but I'm pretty sure he is going to bomb the shit out of them.
Well, when you say something like today Iran will be hit very hard with bombs for complete destruction and certain death because of Iran's bad behavior towards me and the people of the U.S.,
well, listen,
that pretty much tells me that he wants to kill everybody.
This is what I'm saying. Like, he's not. I don't want to say like anything too bad. Like, you know, I don't want like to get in trouble for what I say. But like, he acts as if he doesn't have, like he's not consistent. That's the way I would say it. Like, he says things that are very strange and very weird, and like he's never had any filter. Like, it's, you know, it's like he has no problem like saying whatever he wants, whatever the first thing comes to his mind. If he was smart, regardless of what his intentions were, he would say, like, we're going to bomb the regime, and I know he said in previous posts, like, you know, please rise up.
Perhaps it's all just a distraction because he should be in jail.
He would make it clear that even if he had good intentions, he'd make it clear what his intentions are. But he doesn't really do that, and I personally think this is like some kind of game to him. Like, to some extent, he takes it seriously, but to some extent, it's just like, I'm, you know, whatever number of years old, and this is my last shot in this spotlight, and I'm gonna do whatever I want. I mean, that's what it feels like to me. I don't know.
I don't think it's going to be his last time in the spotlight. I think he's going to be running another term myself.
I don't think it's going to happen.
We'll see.
I don't think it's possible. I mean, like...
Yes, but he has... Okay, but he's talking... He has already said on his Truth Social that he plans to rewrite the Constitution, and he has said that he's got most of the Congress agreeing with him about it.
Yeah, but I looked it up. To amend the U.S. Constitution, there must be a 2/3 vote in both houses of Congress, and then it also requires approval by three-quarters of the states. There's no way in hell he's going to get approval from 2/3 of either house of Congress or from 3/4 of the states to amend the Constitution for him to run president again. He might be able to get like a majority, but in like the Congress, but he's not going to get 2/3 majority. I don't think he can even get a majority of the states. So I don't think this is realistic, regardless of what he's saying. But what does concern me, to be fair, is like, you know, the Supreme Court recently said, you know, something he did was unconstitutional. He's like, okay, well, I'll do it a different way.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't act as if he cares too much about the rule of law. I will say that.
No, he doesn't.
So, I mean, there have been other presidents in the past that did the same sort of shtick. It's not only him, but it doesn't mean that it's okay for anybody to do it.
Now that the actual documents have come out that proved that Trump was, in fact, at Epstein Island and was doing really nasty things to women, what do you think about that?
I haven't seen those documents.
I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But yes, he is in fact a horrible man, as if we didn't already know that.
What I heard...
Any opinion on Nixon?
I don't know if it's true, but what I heard was...
He's not a crook.
There was a bunch of stuff that was released that had his name in it, and then they pulled it back when they realized it was an accident or something like that. And that has some stuff in it about Epstein Island, but I wasn't able to actually... at the time that I heard that, I searched it up, and I didn't find any actual real information, so I'm not really sure what actually is going on. But if you have some good info, send it to me.
I have the actual document.
I think Nixon was like a paranoid guy who thought everyone was out to get him. And I don't think that, I mean, he did some bad things, obviously. He did some good things. I don't think like he was, I think he was a lot more controlled than some other people I've seen since him. So
one of my favorite lines from a Rockstar game was in L.A. Noire, where the chief of police, you finish a mission and the chief of police says to you, geez, you fingered that guy?
That
Next
I am
thing,
not a crook speech is legendary.
he goes, geez, you figured that guy? Next thing you know, you're going to tell us that Nixon's a crook or something. And I'm like, that's funny. I love that line. I thought that was so well done.
I'm gonna have to wrap this up soon because I'm getting very hungry.
Yeah,
As usual.
yeah.
It's almost like 9 o'clock.
But, yeah, so, I don't know. I'll link that document to the podcast playlist or podcast chat section so that everybody can take a look at it. What is with stew and pizza? Everybody keeps bringing that up. Do you like your pizza, Stu? Are you an Italian?
Like I don't eat that much because it's not good for me.
Hey, get some gabagool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, so last night I didn't do a stream, guys, because I went to a Golden Girls live performance with my mom, and it was really fucking good. These guys were drag queens who did all of the Golden Girls, and it was spot on. If you guys want, I can link some videos of how good they were in the Discord podcast section.
Will you be streaming later, Stu?
I don't think so tonight. I think it's I don't know, but I'm too hungry right now to even think about it. Probably more like tomorrow or the next day, but I'm not sure honestly yet. Maybe tomorrow. Probably tomorrow.
I'll be streaming at my regular time tomorrow. I don't know exactly what I'm streaming yet. I do have some streams coming up that I want to do. I have a lot of thumbnails that you guys have not even seen yet that have been finished for weeks, if not longer. For upcoming streams that I plan to do. But yes, I will be back tomorrow with something or other. Likely Minecraft Story Mode, if not Romancylvania, or I might just do a new stream entirely. I don't know yet. But I will definitely be back at 6 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time. If Stu is not back tomorrow, he will be back. Or if Stu is not back today, he will be back tomorrow at around 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Streaming something on his channel. Stu's Game Reviews, STU, Stu's Game Reviews. And don't spell it STEW because you might come up with another Stu's Game Reviews.
Is there another Stu's Game Reviews with STEW?
STEW? I don't know. Maybe it's a guy who makes some kind of stew.
Lasagna?
They're figuring out your dinner for you, Stu.
Garfield movies? I do like lasagna's good, but again,
I don't know. Depends. Let's figure this out. Do you like Mondays? What about Tuesdays? How do you feel about days of the week?
That is funny. No,
do you like pushing innocent dogs off of tables, Stu?
I do sort of like that actually.
Well, there you go. There's proof. Well, anyway, that's going to do it for tonight, guys. Thank you very much to everybody tuning in to tonight's episode of the Paintcast podcast. There we go. Say that 3 times fast. Basically we talked about the current situation with the war, but we mainly talked about video games and TV shows and stuff like that, which we usually end up doing anyway. But yeah, that's going to do it for tonight, guys. If Stu doesn't stream tonight, he will be streaming tomorrow on his channel. I'll put in a link in the description to Stu's Game Reviews channel, as I normally do. And that's going to do it, guys. Have a fantastic night. Thank you to Always Asleep for being here. James, Lewis, who else was here? Pirate Gamer Boy. Am I missing anyone, Stu? And Stu's Game Reviews, of course. But I don't really need to thank you. You're the co-host. Always Asleep. I already mentioned him. I said it first. I gave him first title!
OBTW, I rewatched the Al Low stream. That was very good.
I've been telling him he needs to bring back Outlaw. I would act as a co-interviewer on that. I would love to do that. It's not like he doesn't know me, because I've talked to him in the past. And I also have to, on behalf of Pirate Gamer Boy, I am in fact his lawyer now. So on behalf of Pirate Gamer Boy would like to know when you're next doing the next Phantasmagoria stream, because it's been about 17 years.
That's good point.
What? By the time you are ready for me to bring on David Home, it'll be next century.
Yeah, we gotta do that. I forgot about it.
Yeah.
Too much going on. I gotta go, guys. Have a good night, everybody.
I love how he deflects it totally. He's like, yeah, it's been a while. Well, see ya. It's like Donald Trump. You like go up to him and you're like asking him something. He's like, yeah, well, that was fantastic. I gotta go eat something. Have a good night.
I had a great time, and Stu going into rage mode is always hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't do it intentionally to make you happy, but glad you get some enjoyment out of
it. But anyway, yeah, hopefully Stu will stream Phantasmagoria soon. I will come back for that whenever he decides to do that. And if he ever gets done with that initial stream of it, we'll look to getting David Home, the actor who played Don Gordon on Phantasmagoria, on his channel, so that we can like sit down, have a little interview with him as we play the game with him together. That is still very much a thing that has been planned, and I've already done the initial process of that, which was to talk to David Home directly, and he is all for it. We just have to wait until Stu is ready, and I don't know when that's going to be. I don't. 10 years from now. Huh?
Maybe we can do it later this week.
Okay. I'm going to put this on my calendar, and I'm telling you, if it doesn't happen, I will be getting my lawyers involved.
Okay, well, you don't have any lawyers, so I'm not worried. And neither do I, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks very much. Have a good night. Peace out, everybody.
Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks for joining into the Paintcast. We will be back soon with another Paintcast. As well, you can see Stu's game reviews on my channel with the Star Trek Voyager playthrough that he has been helping me with, and a couple of other games as well. And keep in mind, Stu, that we will be back very soon with your second part of Death Trap Dungeon. So 2 other games that we're working on my channel with Stu's game reviews. You can also catch him on his channel where he streams and reviews the latest Atari and not so latest Atari games and a whole bunch of other stuff. But yeah, that's going to do it, guys. Have a fantastic night. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow at the Gamers Grotto and very soon at the Stu's Game Reviews. Take care, guys, and have a fantastic night. We'll see you soon.
Good night, everybody.